Webcam's not on. Hello everyone. I've got no idea why my webcam's not on. I should have tested this beforehand, really. I think I know what's happened. Anyway, this is Sammy in the crowd. I'm here for the Stadia GP Preview show, and alongside me is my co-commentator for the weekend, Disto. Say hello.
Hello. You okay, Sammy? Thank you for inviting me to the weekend.
Not at all. I've got a feeling tonight might be a no-camera stream, just because I've got no idea what's going on, and I don't want to troubleshoot on the fly too much. What I can do is make sure it's displaying my Stadia screen, because what we're going to do to start off is just play a couple of rounds on F1 2020.
Sounds good to me.
Seems that's a good idea. We'll get some multiplayer games going. So Stadia controller's ready. You'll see me create an unranked lobby for Stadia GP. It'll be under Sammy on Stadia, similar to how it is for the Cloudy play-alongs recently. I've just got to reconnect my controller. So thanks for everyone joining in chat already. We've got Barry, Ruben, some guy called Want to Escape, never heard of him. Always looking for more people to join. Got a few people. If you're new here, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe, all those things. And also check out the Cloudy the Games YouTube account, where the qualifying tomorrow and the race on Sunday will be held.
Got exciting races lined up, to be fair. Lots of tough competitors.
It is, yeah. We've got some guys from the Stadia racing community Discord over there. We've got some content creators. We've got some people who've put in a lot of hours practicing recently. It'll be interesting to see how well that practice pays off when the lights go out on Sunday. So let's... Would you believe I'm still not used to creating unranked lobbies, but there you go, it's open. So people can just click to join. We could get anyone from the Stadia community, to be honest, not just people watching the stream. Just to warn you. So we've already got a few familiar faces, familiar names. Raikkonen is one of our Stadia GP competitors. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I think to kick us off tonight, let's start with Silverstone. It's going to be the venue for the weekend. Let's start with that track. And then I'll do the four classics to begin with. So that's so that is Britain, Silverstone, Belgium, Italy, and I'm sorry everyone, Monaco as well.
Oh, not Monaco.
Yeah.
It's like my arch nemesis.
Oh, I think it is most people's, apart from Jem. Jem discovered the trick with Monaco is you pause the game and let the computers drive it instead.
It's a good tactic. I wish I could do that on my F2 career.
Oh, I had a brilliant F2 race around Monaco where I crashed at the start of the race. I had to pit for new tyres, and because I caught up to everyone else, when they pitted, I was out in front. I just tried to make my tyres last as long as possible. I think it blew up about 5 laps from the end. I was so annoyed.
On my one, the AI crashed at the hairpin and just blocked the track for 2 laps. So when I come back around, they were still there. And I think 7 of the AI got disqualified.
Oh,
so I was like, wow. So the AI makes mistakes.
So I've set it. These are different settings to what you'll find on the Stadia GP. This is a 5-lap race, random qualifying, equal car performance. You'll find it'll be equal car performance on the weekend. The dynamic weather, vehicle damage is off at the moment. I might turn it on by the time we get to Monaco. Ghosting is on, and race starts are assisted. I'm going to give you guys a few more minutes to join. I see there's 10 people in the chat. There's still only 7 people ready, so let's try and get a few more people in the lobby before we start the first race of the evening.
We should do no ghosting and damage.
I want to save no ghosting and damage until Monaco. I want to see what happens.
just because sometimes the bloodbaths favour me.
The F1 Battle Royales, yes. So, Ruben, apparently you've been timed out by Nightbot. I do apologise for that. That's probably to do with the caps lock, because I thought I disabled that. I need to give Nightbot a bit of a talking to. Zero Games for me says, hi guys and girl. It looks like we're starting the race. So there'll be 7 people on this first race at Silverstone, 5 laps. So a bit longer than the normal 3-lap races we've come used to. The other news, Ruben, I was going to try and get some. Oh, we got rain. So the setup
to be
is.
Fair, I normally do better in the rain.
Yeah, the setup's completely open. I don't have any custom setups, so I'm just going to go for maximum downforce. But let's see what happens in our first race of the evening.
Oh, in answer to your previous question, Ruben, Dom is German.
Five lights are on. And away we go. So Dominic out in front with Ruben just taking the lead off him at the start. To go into Abbey, I'm in third and I can't see anything that's happening behind me. I've got Raikkonen and Danny Stadia
I'm straight off
fighting behind me. What's happened with you?
I just spun straight off the track. I had a little bit of the old Stadia lag.
Ruben and Dom spun together and I'm now fighting with Danny Stadia for the lead. It looks like he's just got the better of me. I go on to Wellington Straight. I'm going to try and use the corner and straight names for this. So that's Happy Brooklands. Going through Luffield and Woodcut now. Onto what used to be the start-finish straight. Back when I started following F1. How long ago has it been for you watching F1, Disto?
Since I was a kid, really. I fell a little bit out of love with it, not gonna lie. Just became one of them sort of time things where I just didn't really have enough time to follow F1 and football, so I kind of chose football. What about yourself? Just sort of been a forever? So
my first race was the 2002 Australian Grand Prix, which was well known for a massive crash on the first corner. And I think I was 7 at the time when I first watched it. And obviously a 7-year-old kid watching a crash like that, I thought, yeah, this is cool, I'll continue watching this. And 18 years on, I'm still going. Adam says, what kind of camera is this? This, I've never known the camera names, but this is the one I've become used to. I know a lot of people prefer the one situated just above the driver's head. For me, I seem to like sitting on the front wing. I don't know exactly why.
You play lawnmower cam, don't you? Get that HD grass as you cut it.
Well, I try not to. That's not to say I haven't kicked up some grass in my time. But
I'm really struggling in the wet.
I'm normally not great in the wet, but I'm holding on to. Well, I suppose you're third. I'm holding on to second quite well.
I've got Ruben breathing down my neck.
Yeah, it looks like it might be only a second or so between you. And Duncan only a few seconds behind Ruben. That's actually fairly impressive. Duncan, as much as I make fun of his driving, he's put in a lot of hours over the last week or two. He's been showing some of the progress he's made. Goodyear says, let's hope for a dry session on presumably on either Saturday or Sunday. I disagree. I think a wet race could be really, really exciting.
I think wet quali just to mix things up a bit, and then a dry race, just so maybe we get the grid shuffled a bit.
I don't think a wet qualifying would mix the grid up that much, but if you have what we call a dynamic weather race, so the weather changes as you go through, I think that could be interesting, because then people playing strategies on when to change tyres, when to move to wets. I think that could be a really exciting.
Add a little bit of a variety to the whole race, as opposed to just your classic sort of strategies that the AI sets, I guess.
It would, yes.
I think the interesting thing about doing it over the weekend as well will be how people manage the tyres through quali and practice. Well, not practice, sorry, just the quali.
So, I've looked into it. I don't think I'm able to mandate the same rules between qualifying tyres and race tyres as I'd like to for real F1. So obviously in real F1, the tyres that the top 10 set their fastest Q2 time on are the tyres they start on, unless of course you get a wet qualifying or a wet race. I'm not sure I can put that in unless you go from qualifying straight into the race. So people will have an opportunity to adjust their setups between qualifying and the race.
Sorry about that, Ruben.
You guys having a bit of fun back there. I found it a lonely race. I've got 4 seconds in front of me to Danny Stadium, 3.5 seconds behind me to you and Ruben.
I thought I could take him on that corner, however I misjudged it a little bit. A little bit of wheel-to-wheel battle.
Ooh. So Ruben and I race against Jem, we're used to that. Dominic going in the fastest lap there. Statement of intent ahead of the weekend.
Exactly. Oh, I've got Raikkonen breathing down my neck now. Say breathing down my neck. 5 seconds away from breathing down my neck.
Fingers crossed, you should be okay.
Oh, I don't know.
Still,
I carry on taking these corners as slowly as I am.
Looking at chat, and
driving this baby.
Looking at chat, and I was sideways through Woodcut.
Playing Tokyo Drift instead of F1.
Yes, yeah. If you saw some of the gifs that myself and the Cloudy team were exchanging earlier this week, it's pretty much exactly the same as that. So Ruben's closing in on me, but I've given up fighting up front.
Danny Stadium, a new fastest lap.
Yeah, I can't run with him. Or her. I assume it's a he. I suppose you never really know.
Like Bambi on ice, I'm all over the place.
It can get like that. Trick is with the wet. I'm sure a lot of the Stadia GP competitors will either have known this before or have learnt this by now. You've got to stick to the drying line.
Yeah.
The other thing that Stadia GP competitors might have realised is don't make your fuel go negative. Oh, sideways through Woodcut again. You don't want a negative fuel balance.
Tell you what, Raikkonen has put some distance between him and one to escape. Like a lot of distance, very fast. So I don't know if one to escape span out there.
It's possible one to escape might have put a wheel on the wet stuff. sure we'll find out in a minute once the race is over. I'll put the stuff in chat.
No!
Oh.
I tried to cheeky take Ruben of Span.
Oh. Yep, I just see you drop down the order. Vikings got past you now. What was Danny's fastest lap? I can't remember.
So Raikkone's just set a 140 in the wet. That's a statement of intent if ever I've seen one.
Yeah, that's massive. And I cut to Dominic just as he's spinning in... Actually, whereabouts on the track is that? Is that the final corner? Also loving the car livery. Yep, that was the final corner, and he's deciding to troll us a little bit, make sure he gets his screen time. Just inch across the line there. That was second in my first.
I'll take fifth.
Second in
I
my
would have got
first
fourth
race,
if I didn't get cheeky.
And then Danny Stadia, of course, he started behind me and ended up winning the race. That was a very good race by him. Keep his nose clean in the wet. Oh, it's no damage, isn't it?
Yeah, put damage on. Let's get bloody. Ruben wants some blood.
Yeah, next race will be, I believe it was Spa, Monza, then Monaco. I do what's typically I talked about as the 4 blue ribboned events on the F1 calendar. All 4 racetracks on the original 1950 calendar, I think. So Viken there, fastest lap 40.8. Danny Stadia on 41.0. Did Danny lift off a bit? He was miles ahead of me, so he didn't have to push as hard as he did.
Alright, the slowest lap feels good.
Okay, so what did we agree? We said vehicle damage. I'm going to reduced or full?
Full.
Full. Okay. For the Stadia GP weekend, it will be on simulation damage, which, as I learned last week, you basically touch the other car and you're at risk of crashing out. Ruben says blame Sammy for no damage. Sorry, you go.
We just want to see some clean racing with the GP.
Yes, please. Yeah. It's 52. It's 52 laps. We don't want it to be last man standing. Everybody up. Ruben's got home advantage for this, of course. Duncan's saying he had a slight spin when he was beating you. You were beating me because you started ahead.
Another rainy
race. I swear I've set it to dynamic. It could be glorious sunshine or it's Spa. When is it ever glorious sunshine in Spa? But again, I think it's fairly easy maximum setup. I think that's Dominic on pole because we've both got the same car livery. It is Dominic on pole, one to escape second, myself third, Flav fourth, Disto in fifth. It's going to be myself and Dominic going into that source. Who hit me?
I've lost my wing.
Someone hit me at the back.
It's got rear-ended.
Thankfully got away with it. But it's myself and Dominic have stolen a break on the field after that first corner. I need to lift off, go through a rouge. I very nearly crash out.
I've crashed out.
You have crashed out. I very nearly did. I'm now back down to the last. So I'll count the field off as I overtake them, shall I? I tried to go flat out through Eau Rouge in the wet for some reason.
Yeah, so did I with no wing. It didn't really work out well. So you can see Dom is leading Raikkonen by 2.5 seconds. Closely followed by Danny Stadia, going for a bit of a wheel-to-wheel battle with Raikkonen.
I was going to be fighting Dominic for the win for the rest of the race, I thought.
Looks to me like you're racing Ruben, maybe Duncan at a push.
I'll get past Duncan, but so will Ruben. Oh, that was brave, Ruben. There's one to escape has the letters AI next to his name.
Did have that at the start, to be fair, which might explain why he's still in the race after that crash.
Oh, that was Raikkonen, wasn't it? Oh no, Danny Stadia.
Danny Stadia.
Our previous race winner out before the end of lap 1. Longest race on the calendar, flat out through Blanchimont doesn't work either. Even with high downforce. I'll give Ruben a bit of a nudge. Dominic sets the fastest lap, hardly surprising.
Out in front, no damage.
Yeah, only 2 people got through La Source without hitting each other.
Do you see a large sort of mid-table scuffle here between yourself, Ruben, one to escape?
I've got past Ruben.
Flav gone wide.
But now I can't see where I'm going because I'm right behind Flav. I'm going to let off the throttle. One to escape does exactly what I did on the first lap. That's what happens when you go flat up through Eau Rouge. Ruben's got a bit of a toe on me. I have to brake late. Leave room on the inside, which he takes. It's not over yet, but is now. I've got room to make up again.
To your liking.
Flav goes right, wide.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
There's a nice little battle going on. There's not much in it.
Is that? Yeah, that'd be behind me between Duncan and Flav, wouldn't it? I'm now past a pair of them. I'm trying to reel Ruben back in.
Ruben on home turf, trying to get home early for his dinner. Wants to finish this race.
Some chips and mayonnaise in Belgium, isn't it?
I think waffles.
Waffles as well, yeah. Waffles and beer. One to escape and Flav seem to have lost a few seconds on me. Although I've also lost a second on Ruben, so... Slight confidence lift through Blanchimont. So what happened on your crash?
I just got rear-ended and pushed off the track.
Oh, okay. I've had that happen to me on this circuit.
Lost the front wing, tried to come out through Rouge, and just had no traction.
Oh.
Obviously the dry line hadn't really formed. So you're at Danny Stadia pitted. He's going fresh into zone. I think he just must be going for a fastest lap since there's probably no chance that he wins.
He'll have plenty of space for it. He's coming into the pits.
Raikkonen 4 down on Dominic. It's only a second between them now.
Is it between Raikkonen and Dom for a win?
And I do believe Raikkonen is missing a piece of his wing, so to make up time while you're missing a piece of your wing in the wet is very impressive.
In the wet around Spa, that is impressive.
In fact, I believe Dominic is as well. Some tense racing here. Maybe this is a preview to the Stadia GP, Dominic versus Raikkonen.
It is, yeah. We'll see how those cope around Silverstone later this weekend.
I see Raikkonen is actually rocking my livery. It says Distort on the side of it. I appreciate the plug. We've been chasing
A Stadia user called Typhoon has just joined. I thought that's quite appropriate considering the weather.
This is a really tense battle up front. One mistake for either of them, the race is over.
I'm about 8 seconds behind, it seems.
Raikkonen is putting in the fastest lap.
Oh, Ruben's got one.
Oh, Raikkonen with the ram on Dominic. Oh, Dominic spun out.
Oh, does that mean I'm heading for a podium now? It does. I've moved up into third.
Green flag.
Teammates in the same livery. Myself and Dom. One of us should really change. Won't be me. So that's Raikkonen up in front. Ruben showing his skills with fastest lap there.
I must have missed that. If he's only fastest lap.
Myself, I can't say I've worked my way back up to third. I've more sort of inherited it after everyone else spun off in front of me.
So there has been a sort of real slog up for Raikkonen. He's moved up 6 places to get that first position.
Jeez.
Ruben's moved up 4 himself. Oh, Ruben, can he hold it? Oh, he's spun.
Oh, he has spun. Ruben, what a shame. He says with a massive grin on his face as he passes it. It's not over yet. I've made mistakes into at least 2 of the upcoming 3 corners. Did we catch what fastest lap was? I want to, because I've set a couple of purple sectors. And that's as fast as I dare take Blanchimont.
Mainly, it does think it's like an
Straighten out and across the line, and that is fastest lap.
That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Of course, those of you that were paying attention will realise that wasn't the last lap.
Done with a massive corner cut there, 10-second penalty.
Did he try and cut the chicane?
Yeah. And he's just crashed. Bit of an intentional crash there.
Actually, I got a big tank slap at the top of Eau Rouge, and now Ruben, I'm going to have to defend very hard from. And I've had to put it in lean mode because, of course, I miscounted the laps.
You know what they say? Into tyres, inting on the side of the wall.
Did you see that?
Intentionally wiping out his car.
Did I push him? I was trying not to. Oh, I got a bad exit out of Eau Rouge. So I had to go defensive on the straight. I left him room on the corner.
Oh, I missed that actually.
What's happened to Raikkonen?
Nothing.
Are we sure?
I don't see if he slipped.
Because the last time I checked, he was 4 seconds ahead.
I must have missed that.
Without meaning to brag, I'm in lean fuel mode.
Here, there's no spectator rewind.
2 seconds. I think he's measuring this gap.
Let's see where we're at.
Right,
It's
they're
3
taking the
seconds
win.
slower than the quickest lap, however. Must have just been nursing at home.
Come through second. Do we know how good Danny's been on this lap? Because of course he came in for new tyres.
To 150 so far. However, I can see his fuel icon blinking.
It's towards the end of the race, it would be blinking. It'll be
Yeah.
low on fuel anyway. Across the line, come on, this is pride for me.
I've had it so many times where I go into low fuel mode just as I cross the line.
That's good. That's what it should be.
Feels a bit underwhelming,
Flav-
let's say, when you go over the line like 10 miles an hour.
Flav with a massive fastest lap there. It's a good couple of seconds quicker than mine, I think. And watch one to escape coming through the final chicane. Not too fast, but he crosses the line, which is more can be said for dominating distortion.
Just thought I'd take a sit back and just watch the other spectacles, you know.
Raikkonen with driver of the day. You said how many positions he'd gained earlier. Ruben, I am very happy about that block. I think I acted fairly. I defended down the straight, gave you room in the corner. If you get a bit greedy putting on the power, then that's not my fault. So Raikkonen with a win there, myself in second, Ruben in third, Danny in fourth, Flav with a massive fastest lap in fifth. One to escape sixth, Dominic seventh, and Distortion, you were eighth.
Didn't even finish on lap.
Did you even make it to the first sector line?
No.
No, if you enter the cable straight up, blimey. That happens occasionally. Don't forget, we have got Monaco coming up later.
Well, I think I just won't start that one. I won't even make it past the line before someone crashes into me.
It all depends on what your grid possession is, I've found. I've had a brilliant race in Monaco where I started third on the grid, got a decent start to put me up to second, and because there was a crash behind me and everyone just came to a stop, it was myself and this one other guy about 10 seconds ahead. So heading to Monza with Temple of Speed for the penultimate race in this series.
Hopefully it's not raining again.
I might draw the line at Monaco in the wet. So if this one is raining, I will put the weather set to dry.
Ah, we're looking good.
We are looking good. A nice clean track in front of me. I'm on pole. So, Temple of Speed, fast straights. Downforce isn't as important. Just set it to preset 1 or preset 5. Lowest downforce, maximum top speed. I can never remember which way round the numbers are.
Got a more fleshed out grid now.
We've got a few new people at the front. It's Debbie Anita, Connie, Jim Bob, and Microwave. Microwave is one of the Stadia GP competitors.
Whoa! Big crash out there.
Normally is in a multiplayer lobby, but my plan worked. I started on pole. I've got a clean start, and I've pulled out a good lead already. A second and a half ahead of this guy called Distortion.
Looking good so far.
Ah, he sounds like a great racer to me.
Oh, he's worked his way up to second.
From 10th.
From 10th, apparently.
The lol lawyer, looking for what I had for dinner earlier. He is right up there.
Microwave's retired from the session. Maybe picked up a bit of damage early on.
I just cannot pull away from the lol lawyer.
He is good. I think he's turned up in one of the lobbies I was in before. He is, for someone with quite a funny name, he is a very good. Again, I'm assuming it's a he, but they are quite a good racer.
I was just crashed into the pit wall because I wasn't looking.
Raikkonen up in fourth already. He's carved his way through the field. might be that I have a chance to sample Raikkonen's skills this race.
I have to make it past me first, I got you. I realise I'm not the quickest racer, however I'm very defensive.
I guess as long as he doesn't pass you, it's fine. Uh-oh, Tommy Danger. There's a familiar name.
It's really hard taking some of these fast corners with only half a wing.
I'm now just trying to go flat out because I've seen Raikkonen's got past the low lawyer. So his next target's you.
I've got a lot of experience racing against Raikkonen and he knows it won't be easy passing me.
Yeah, but he also knows your tricks then, doesn't he?
Believe me, I've always got tricks.
We can now use DRS. DRS now available.
DRS now available if you're within a second of the car in front. It's Debbie Anita ends up the fastest lap there. I put it up into rich mix because I'm going to need to eke out every second I've got. So I came second in both races so far. So if Raikkonen does overtake me, that'll be 3 second places.
Consistent at least. However, I don't think there's enough laps for him to catch you.
Don't underestimate how many mistakes I can make. Of course, Raikkonen could just be happy to stay within 2 seconds of you and take position. In fact, he is within 2 seconds of you.
Yeah, I do have a penalty. He is a second behind me, so we will have a DRS.
That's true as well.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:24.1.
I wanted to find out what the fastest lap was, but then I crossed the line to set it. So 6 seconds between myself
he has
and
caught me.
distortion.
Caution, caution.
There's Flav now sets the fastest
Flav,
lap, miles faster than mine. I was a 124. That was a 122.
This is where you find out that he cut the track.
I always wonder about that. That's why I was suspicious when Jem was about 3 seconds a lap faster than me around Monaco. It turns out, you know the tight chicanes after the tunnel?
Yeah.
He just
Comes straight over.
drives up to, no, not straight over. Drives up to them, and then the second the racing line turns red, he hits the pause button.
I just shut the door on Raikkonen. He's trying to have me.
Wouldn't be surprised. I'd love to have seen the review from you. Unfortunately, I'm too busy out here trying to keep the lead of the race.
This is your final lap of the race.
Which is no easy feat.
Oh, I'm going to have to let him pass.
That's it, he is passed, so it's 7 seconds between me and him now. At the start of the last lap. Now,
I think you can defend that.
You'd think that would be
Unless you're
enough, but
French.
like I said, never underestimate the mistakes I make. Flav there with another fastest lap. Worrying that Flav can set lap times like that. I suspect if we see Flav out in the qualifying high up in future races, he might take a commanding victory.
Oh, Raikkonen's
happened?
lost it. He's
I
come
just
off
saw-
at the corner, and I've got DRS on him. Might be able to pull away. Have to make 2 seconds on him to get the position, unfortunately.
You get it across the line. That means a lot to a lot of people. Vikings drops positions again. In the meantime, I'm coming up to lap someone. I don't know who it is. I'd like to make a guess. There you go.
I think
My fastest lap of 123.7. Just to put what
Ryken jumps up.
yeah, Ryken jumps up to second after penalties for distortion and Debianita. Flav somehow setting massively fast lap times, coming through fifth ahead of the law lawyer. Ariam, Connie, who appears to be off the track at the moment, coming out of Ascari. Ruben Takijuve, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. One to escape. Danny Stadia in 13th, and Typhoon was the driver I was very close to lapping. He's currently just going through the Lesmos, and Paramedic 1703 has joined. Mystic Rain, is there something wrong with your Stadia? Is that your internet connection, or is it something wrong with the stream?
I mean, he finished second, so...
Flav's left the session. That's a shame. I'd love to have seen Flav in a more competitive position. And Typhoon crosses the line for 14th and last place. I take my first win of the day.
I'll take third. It's not often I hit the podium in multiplayer.
It was a competitive field as well. You have people like Dominic, Viken, Microwave was in there at the start. Seemed to pull out after part of the race. Ruben and Dominic complaining about some dirty drivers, I think.
That is a long incidents director. On the race director, sorry.
It will, because it's very easy to gain an advantage by cutting the corners. Let's have a look. On the instance.
A lot of collisions.
A lot of collisions at the start as well. Microwave had terminal damage on lap 1. Obviously hit something. As well as Jim Bob. Flav exceeded track limits lap 3. That's all I can find for his stuff, so he seemed to have kept it within the lines. He ignored yellow flags on lap 1. That doesn't normally affect fastest laps. Look at that, 121.8 against, for myself, 123.7.
I just think a lot of the multiplayer races turn to eye for eye at times.
It does end up like that. I got very annoyed at a race I had round Monza, where I was leading. I was doing so well to lead it, and then coming onto the final corner, Parabolica, on the last lap, a car that had come off and was making its way back onto the track was just parked sideways on the racing line. And yeah, I went smashing into it and lost the race.
Me and Dom did team races, and about 3 times throughout the whole day, he'd be sideways on the track because someone span him and I'd crash into him.
Oh, it is the worst. You see it
in front
you
of
see
me.
it coming, and then that's it. I'm just waiting for Typhoon to move through the menus. Otherwise, it might have glitched. I hope it hasn't.
Hopefully presses the big A button on his controller.
Indeed. So whilst we wait for him to do that, why don't we have a look through the entry list, if I can get it up on my devices.
Sure. I've got it up on mine, so I can't see. Obviously, there is a lot of the stadium racing community. Hell Monkey 88, one of the admins there, I believe.
Yep, he's been instrumental in helping organise and will take part in the race itself.
Microwave's in there.
Microwave, Dominic. Speaking of people who are in the lobby at the moment, this lobby might have to be reset. Other people, paramedic. I saw his name on the list joining. I think he might be in for the next race. One of our star signings has to be Eddie, of Eddie Player One fame.
I've seen on Twitter, the preparation that he's putting in, and whether that translates on the field will obviously remain to be seen.
It will be interesting. Obviously, you saw him playing on his phone in the park. I think I'm going to have to quit the lobby and start a new one. So apologies to everyone who was obviously very excited about racing Monaco next. But I've got a feeling we're out to exit game and start a new one. So standby callers.
Just restart my F1.
So yeah, if you restart it in normal fashion, I will go in and create a lobby. It might mean for a brief moment there are two lobbies under Sammy Stadia. I've never worked out how you tell which one is the one you're supposed to join, but if you find you're in the wrong one, just come out of it and join another one.
I don't actually see any other lobbies.
So there's one in your name. So I'm gonna create a new one. Oh, no, I don't want to leave. So already we've got one to escape Raikkonen joining back. I'll just go through the host options. Qualifying off and race to 5 laps. Starting grid random. Vehicle damage full. And race starts assisted. And then, because we have to do it at least once every stream, I feel, we'll go Monaco, but we'll also go for, we'll just go for all the street tracks, shall we?
Don't forget to turn ghosting off.
I will go back and do that, yes. So, street tracks. Oh, Australia. Oh, and Vietnam. How did I forget Vietnam? So, the street tracks, we've got Monaco, Azerbaijan, Canada, which I think is a street track, I'm not sure. Singapore is definitely a street track. Australia and Vietnam. So these are potential to be high damage races. What do we say? Ghosting, we wanted it off, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well, you wanted it off.
I mean, I think
there might be.
It's the reason I got into second is because my car just ghosted and I just drove through everyone. Feels a little bit cheap.
So there we go, everyone ready up. We've got all the people I can remember from the last one. So Raikkonen, Mr. T was a name I remember from the earlier lobby. Dominic, Taki Juve, One to Escape, Tommy Danger, Distortion, obviously yourself, Paramedic, Ruben, and a couple of names I don't recognise at all, which is quite unusual, but Jas or Yas32 and Lele Gear. And if everyone ready's up, we can get straight to the race. Otherwise, it's going to be a short wait of about 15 seconds.
Unplayable, the 15 seconds is.
Oh, there we go.
So what about yourself, Sam? Have you been putting in some preparation for the weekend? Job talking for hours on end.
Commentary-wise, yes, I've been trying to rewatch all the previous races from Silverstone using the F1 TV archives. So, trying to work out all the corner names, trying to learn it off by heart, which is very difficult actually.
Yeah, it's pretty tricky.
The F1 drivers have to do this not just for Silverstone, but for every single track on the F1 calendar. They have to memorise it off by heart and know the gears, when to accelerate, and it's really impressive. But
obviously, a lot of it is muscle memory that builds up.
It becomes that, yes.
Oh, I just lagged really hard.
So I thought I turned ghosting off. It was a bit of ghosting there. We've had plenty of people retire already. Arium, I noticed. Paramedic.
Noticed. In F1, I think if the game sort of knows it's lagging, it will ghost cars.
Yeah, you have that as well then. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's where the lag actually comes from the game because there's a lot of physics going on. Because there was a lot of big crashes. Oh, what is going on here, boys?
It's below hairpin. What do you think's going on? I've now lost my front wing completely.
Turn a corner and it's a car park.
Well, it's the guy in front of me. Raikkonen is now in second, and Vlad's got a good 7 or 8 second lead.
Ooh.
Thanks to all of that.
He just rammed off my wing.
So it's a 5-lap race. 1 to escapes retired from the session. It's a 5-lap race. So I don't think I fancy my chances doing another 4 laps. Raikkonen's retired from the session.
I've just crashed into him.
Yeah, I very nearly did as well. People watching the stream might also be getting annoyed at the mouse in the way. I'll move that in a minute. There we go. And I've just crashed into the pit entry.
There we go for the classic Monaco bloodbath. We'll agree with you there. The game was ridiculously laggy. Get my teeth in.
It was a bit. I think we seem to have worked out it's something to do with when there's contact between other cars. It does seem to increase the CPU usage on the Stadia blade. So whilst you might be getting a consistent stream on your home PC or whatever device you're playing on, the Stadia blade might be a little bit behind.
See, personally, I'd say it's more to do with the game itself because obviously the game ghosts the cars. That's got nothing to do with the blade. So I would personally say it's probably some weird bug in the game that they know occurs, and they're just like, "Oh, we'll just ghost all the cars then."
That might be the case. So who have we got? We've got Vlad, who's out in the lead. Similar style to what I said a while back, where if you start in front, if everyone crashes behind you, it's very easy to get a large lead on the field. Dominic is... it's not saying how many seconds behind he is, but I guess about
13
10?
seconds behind.
Okay, 13.
14 seconds behind. However, I do believe he is missing a lot of his wing.
He is missing a fair amount of it, yes. Particularly on... sorry, as he'd see it, the right-hand side. Tommy Danger is a second behind that, apparently, although it doesn't look like it. In third place, followed by Relay Gear, Yas32, who's missing a wing, I want to say again, although it doesn't look like he's going in for the pits. He was actually deciding whether to come into the pits as we went onto his screen. Taki Juve in 6th place, and Ruben Gelling, or De Gelling, I've never known how to pronounce his surname, in 7th place. Soon to be 6th place because Yas32's crashed out. Yeah.
Crashed. No, I'm proud. Made it almost all the way through one lap of Monaco in a multiplayer race without crashing.
So did I crashed into the pit entry. I was going to change my front wing. I mean, I was fairly confident of a top 5.
Mr. T just took out my wing. I pity the fool.
Oh dear. So the top three are fairly well spread out. I'm going to watch fourth place, Lele Gear, since he's only about 2 seconds behind Tommy Danger. Brushing the walls. And both
brushing his tyres.
Very wide.
That was a
yeah, Tommy Danger in the pits.
big.
I think that might drop him down to last. Taki Juve, and it might put him right alongside Getting. Ruben setting fastest lap there.
Well done, Ruben.
I said I'd get rid of a mouse. There we go. So have you got a favourite track on this game?
I quite like Austria. France is really growing on me. I thought it was really fun doing it in F2 in my career. Even though I had to do half of it in the wet. Because sometimes it just feels like your car's a bullet and you're not even like got a saddle, you've just got a rope and you've just been pulled by the car. Yeah, I think Austria is probably my favourite. It's probably the one I'm best at as well. And I'm really bad at racing games, so take what you want from that. What about yourself?
I found myself being very good at Bahrain as we watch Rally Gear replace a wing. We get another nose layered on top of that. That was an interesting glitch on the pit stop there. The guy who moved the nose.
Weird spectator view.
The guy who moved the nose, and the nose was still there.
Yeah, you just kind of pop your one on top of it.
It's
really weird. I noticed that the other day.
That puts Ruben up into third place and puts Lenny Gear and Tommy Danger right up against each other once again as we go into the final lap. But I think my favourite track is Bahrain. I certainly used to hold the Stadia lap record around Bahrain short.
Yeah. I found it really weird when I played the short because I'd accelerate and then I'd be like, I was meant to turn there.
Yeah.
I'm now in a wall.
Yeah, eventually you get used to the different rhythms. But yeah, I did it on a multiplayer race on a free weekend and thought, hold a minute, I quite like this track and I reckon I can do a lap in under a minute. I think I was about 62 seconds on a race lap.
Yeah, they are really quick laps.
And so I gave it. It only took me about an hour and a half to do it. I guess not many people have actually done time trial on Bahrain short.
I found the
hello, thank you. Welcome to the stream.
Time trial isn't really conducive to my driving style. Because obviously, as soon as you put like a pinky over the track limit, so to speak, obviously it invalidates your lap time.
Yes, yeah, I have that frustration as well. Dominic, I'm not getting that. I don't know why you'd be getting that. Is that in the game itself, or? Oh, on the Epic Game Store. Okay. I thought for a minute ads on Stadia. That's we've reached that point. So we had Vlad winning from Dominic, Jelling in third on a much faster lap than everyone else. But also I happen to know the faster lap time with pausing is actually 1:13, not 1:16. Lenny Gear in fourth, Tommy Danger in fifth, rounding out with finishers. Then we had Take Juve, Yas32, myself, Distortion, Raikön, Mr. T, One to Escape in 12th, Paramedic in 13th, and Arium in 14th. Those people at the lower end obviously getting caught out by the glitch we had at the start.
Yeah, it was a bit of a demolition derby.
Yes, as Monaco tends to be, or indeed all street races. Speaking of which, next up, So next up is Baku. I just want to have a quick look at who we got in the lobby and who's joined recently. John Typhoon with 3 O's, Mason Jar and Muffin Krieger. Muffin Krieger sounds familiar. Again, ready up, and we can skip the 15 seconds. Well, we're going to be 10 seconds now. Or indeed, if you're using the time to boil the kettle and get a cup of tea on, then, well, tough luck, we've already started.
Yeah, I've noticed the time between games isn't really enough to make a drink.
Okay, so Baku, and I'm starting in P7. Now, Baku is particularly famous for that really tight section going up through the castle. Very tight chicane there.
Oh, I've started front of the grid.
For some reason, I'm going for increased top speed, despite the fact that I know for certain I won't have a wing by the time we get to the end of, I'd say, turn 5.
Depends how many people crash into the back of me on this first corner, to be fair.
I'm going to break early from the first one, but I still get hit off the back. Mr. T's retired from the session already. I get a warning for a collision with Mason. As you'll see from the stream, Distortion's crashed out. You're in the lead. How did you actually crash out?
Duncan knocked my wing off.
Oh, did you get some help? Yeah.
I repaid the favour, it seems, as I just couldn't turn.
I was side by side with Typhoon. Somehow I'm 5th. As Typhoon hits the wall, I inherit 4th. Paramedic in 2nd. I want to guess that it's Raikkonen up in front. Paramedic going wide through that corner.
No, Ruben's up in front. Raikkonen's holding
Ruben up
6th.
in front. Oh, Raikkonen is up in 6th. Yeah.
A lot of crashes going on.
This is very interesting. You've got a couple of interesting people. Paramedic has
crashing out
braked late for at least 2 of the last few corners. He's retired from the session. I think he might have had a few connection difficulties.
Paramedic has crashed out.
So I've now got to try and...
Raikkonen crashing out.
Raikkonen's out. Oh.
Be careful with the front wing.
I just hit the same wall that Sergio Perez hit all those years ago.
Vlad crashing out.
Vlad's out, our previous race winner. So it's the Jelling, Muffin Krieger and myself, top 3. Duncan's crashed out now. It's telling me that it wants me to pit. I'm not so sure I want to pit.
2 more crashing out. It's just 5 races left now.
Ruben with fastest lap, but has lost position going into turn 1, but has got it back again.
Muffin has crashed out.
Muffin Krieger's crashed out. It's now myself and Ruben 1st and 2nd. Well, Ruben 1st, myself 2nd. I realised what I said was slightly misleading.
Followed by Taki and Typhoon.
Yeah, and only
who are the only
4
other
players
2
left.
races.
Yeah.
Typhoon crashing out in the pit lane there.
Typhoon's... Oh, blimey.
Well, at least everyone's got a guaranteed podium who's still in the race.
So we've had less finishes here than we had in Monaco, our previous race. I suspect Ruben's got damage because he's not as quick as I seem to be at the moment. Maybe he's just measuring it out and knows he can defend well. It might mean you actually see some action on my stream. Maybe not. No, apparently I've got to hand that position back.
Cede that position or we'll receive a penalty.
Real scrappy first lap there. We're only 3 of the 17 races.
You have
standing.
17 people starting this race. Right then, Ruben, let's...
This is a real race.
do.
I mean, it's the only real race that's going on since...
yeah, Taki's the only other guy.
So far behind.
Almost a minute behind. Go! This is the problem with street circuits. It's very difficult to overtake. And I wonder if that's what Ruben's been betting on. Go!
Oh, nudging your wheel there through Castle.
Okay, you have some front wing damage, but not enough to justify a stop in the
How's your
remaining
wing looking,
laps.
Sammy?
Not great. I've got a feeling this is now Ruben's race to lose. It's a small confidence lift through the 2 kinks. It's a massive... I think this flat out section at the end of the lap is about it's over 2 kilometres long.
It is really long. If you're in DRS range, obviously that's quite useful. And if you can afford the rich fuel mode, but if you can't, it's just time lost where you could be doing corners. Ruben's lead on you is just growing. He's driving really clean.
Yeah, and I had a scrappy corner and I've lost downforce. I think, as I said, this is Ruben's race to lose now. It's down to him to make the mistake. I was going to try and force him into one, but that's not going to happen now. He's too far ahead.
Taki just bringing it down the home straight.
God. I can see he's almost a minute behind me. No.
He has had a pit stop though, so I'm assuming he had a lot of damage and just didn't want to
Yeah.
carry on. Try getting a quick lap.
Understood, stopping this lap.
However, Mr. Consistent in his rainbow car. Rainbow Ruben.
Oh, has he got a rainbow car as well?
Yeah. Absolutely powering in now.
Yeah. And the annoying thing is I can't even go for fastest lap. I'm coming into the pits to change wing because I don't want to crash out and lose second. And it's the coward's way out, a lot of people would say, but oh well.
Go now.
A bit of an argument going on in chat there. And occasionally these things happen.
Competitive sports always brings out the best and worst in people.
This is your final lap of the race.
There's a yellow flag.
I can
Oh,
vouch
Ruben
for...
crashed.
Has he?
Yeah, he's still in. Just lost a lot of wing.
I took the pressure off him, didn't I? Yeah, I've just seen he must have crashed on that bit because I've just gained about 7 seconds on him.
Obviously, it's all just a bit of fun. Obviously, crashes happen. Just got to take him on the chin and be better at racing.
So next time, try and be ahead of them when they crash.
I found as well, I try and avoid the first corner as much as I can in multiplayer races.
Oh,
Let
yes.
everyone have their crash, and then you just power through. Ruben comes straight over the finish line now.
Oh, no fuel mode. So if people are wondering why I'm going so slow, I wasn't paying attention to the fuel mix. I was in no fuel mode from the second kink onwards. Which is annoying because I felt really fast. Ruben takes that win, congratulations. Myself limping across the line, quite literally, in second place. And Taki Uve, 4219, just coming through, I believe, the second of the 2 kinks. And the long stretch across the line to finish in 3rd place on the podium.
Bit of a scrappy race there. Spectator race for most people.
Hopefully they got some good tips on how to drive that track in future. Or had an argument on the YouTube chat.
Lean mode and more downforce. Solves everything.
So, who else out of the entry list has impressed you with what you've seen of them elsewhere?
So Nabelnut, I believe, was in some F2 SRC races. He really impressed me. I saw him having a real big battle with Raikkonen, obviously them two sort of pushing each other, and I believe Nabelnut did actually win out on that, and I think he finished in 2nd if memory serves, although I have slept since then, so probably not. He probably wasn't even in the race, and I've imagined it. So looking forward to seeing Eddie, Scanline, and Hal Monkey. Obviously they were hosting the races, however I'm expecting sort of big things coming from them, being prominent figures in the SRC. And I have sort of paying the odd close attention to the race times, the time trial times for Silverstone.
Yep.
So sort of on there, Raikkonen is the fastest on my friends list with a 1:25.3, and then it's followed by Scanline and Hal Monkey. Scanline with a 1:25.8, Hal Monkey with a 1:26.9. So obviously really quick lap times there.
Indeed.
Takes me like 10 minutes to get around the track. Pretty sure I could run it faster.
Without putting a wheel outside of the lines, yes. The time trial mode is very strict.
I believe in these multiplayer races with damage on, that's going to be the true test of people's skill. If they can make it round the laps, even posting a time. Mr. T not starting there.
Well, that was an interesting start. I don't know where you were. You were 6th, so you were just in front of all of that.
I think I was a little bit behind because I've just had to drive through that, which was not fun. Sorry for the nudge there, Ruben. And Mason Jar.
Gone completely around the outside.
And Typhoon.
Mason Jar's facing the wrong way. You apologised to him. What happened?
Lost all traction coming in that corner.
We've had 2 people disqualified already, Taki Juve and Mr. T. That might be because they didn't get going at the start.
Oh, it's
Raikkonen's
3
out.
wide currently behind me.
Meanwhile, it's Francisco Tuga.
Lily Gear just nudged me and missed all the corners. However, I got a position off of it, so I can't.
Francisco
complain that
Tuga went down the inside of me. I've had some great overtakes placed on me. I'm now being pushed around at the hairpin.
I am right behind Ruben now.
Okay, you have wing damage.
Oh, he's not giving it to me.
Ebro.
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
So I got spun round at the hairpin quite unfairly.
Lily Gear just argy-bargying me again.
But I have lost enough of my front wing.
I've lost half of my right wing.
I've lost enough of it to justify coming into the pits. I was already something like 9th or 10th out of 13, so I'm not going to lose much. And of course, other people I suspect will be pitting later on in the race.
I should have pitted there because I'm losing so much time. I can't even keep it on the track. I have that little traction.
So I've come out of the pits in 11th, which I suspect. Yep, it's up to 10th
lagging
now.
a lot, and I'm out.
He's out now.
A lot of lag in that one. No, I finished a lap. That's better. Lily Gear trying his hardest to run me off the road.
Baby steps, baby steps.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
We're in top 10. Francisco Tuga is out. That's a shame. He put a very good move on me earlier on in the race, but I suspect might have been the reason I got spun out at the hairpin.
The track is clear. Green flag.
Dominic there with fastest lap. I'm trying to close it on Mason Jar.
Just leading Tommy Danger. Tommy Danger just coming out the pits.
Coming out of the pits. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I get fastest lap, which is quite interesting because I came out of the pits on that lap. And with Lightning's TA retiring, that means I am at the moment last.
Trailing Mason Jar. Just trailing Tommy. Tommy just taking Typhoon.
Yellow flag.
Caught up a lot to Mason Jar in the last lap.
Caution, yellow flags ahead. No overtaking through the caution zone. Be careful until you see the greens.
Some more argy-bargy from Lily Gear. Should maybe rename to Mealy Gear, because that's what he's brought this race.
Oh, Typhoon having problems. It means I'm going to catch him going through the final chicane.
Typhoon's
Cut the corner slightly. I didn't realise he was coming into the pits.
Okay, the car ahead has front wing damage. Front wing damage.
A little bit of argy-bargy there, Sammy.
It was a bit. Well, I got told that the other car had front wing damage, so I thought I'd make it a bit more fair and get some front wing damage on my own.
Ruben dropping down. Dom, I believe, having a battle with Lily Gear.
I've got Ruben showing his 20 seconds in front of me. I'm just not that good. I won't make that up. The 3 seconds to Tommy Danger, though, that could be interesting.
Absolutely left, right, and all over the track.
A rather impressive move Tommy Danger put on me at the start of the race. Typhoon's out.
Typhoon out of the session. After just pitting. I missed that. Now, I've played a lot of races with Dom, and he does not like being pushed. So it'll be interesting to see how him and Lily Gear work this out. Ruben, of course, chasing him. See, he's got a bit of front wing damage. Doing really well to hide and carry a nice line for them corners.
My biggest memory of racing against Dom was in it was in a USA short race. And he was leading. He was doing quite well, about 2 seconds ahead of me, and I was just starting to close in. And coming through the shortcut on the track, the bit where it stops following the normal USA circuit, he just spun it. Completely unprovoked, he just spun it right in front of me.
You wouldn't think he's a driver for a living with them kind of mistakes.
Tommy Danger, that was very, very harsh. Just bear in mind, this is the final corner of the final lap. So if you're going to brake halfway through it, he's retired from the session. What happened?
Did you shunt him there?
I didn't shunt him. I might have rubbed as I went past. But he hit me and ran me wide on the exit of a hairpin. I, of course, then had DRS.
Driver of the day.
Dominic. The driver of the day.
D. Schmidt.
I think that's what it is, because I think he started behind me.
17th on the grid,
is that
right at the back.
Podium? Yeah. So I made up a few positions myself, but yeah, nowhere near as much as Dom.
Well, I started 11th and crashed out 11th, so I'll take it.
14th and 17th on the grid, finished first and second. It's exactly what you expect in an F1 race, isn't it?
You ever played GTA 5?
I haven't, no. I've only just, it's been a couple of months now, got into Red Dead Redemption 2. Or more accurately, Red Dead Online. But
in Grand Theft Auto, they have Grand Theft Auto races where you can use guns. And honestly, I think some players in this would probably prefer if they used a gun. The way they try and ram me off the track sometimes.
Tommy Danger there saying that he thinks the GP needs an additional point penalty. If you wipe someone, you get minus points. He also claims that I knocked his wheel off. I was nowhere near him when he retired. He ran me into the wall on the outside, so he might have had some damage from that.
It's fine, Ruben. You didn't take me out, did you? I'm pretty sure it was Lily.
It was your left front wheel. I was nowhere near your left front wheel.
Well, we can always go back on the pod.
If you have clipped it or recorded it, send me the clip. I'd love to see what happened from your point of view. Because from what I could see and what you see on the stream is you slowed in front of me, and I had to run round to avoid you. Yes, Ruben, Nightbot does seem to like you.
I think though with the GP, it will sort of weed out a lot of the argy-bargy, because it'll be such a longer race, a lot more strategy involved, and obviously better racers will just naturally pull ahead of people who want to play the argy-bargy style.
I do hope so. The one thing I have said is ghosting will be turned on with the sole intention of if you're coming up to lap someone, you don't then want to be taken out by them.
Yeah, of course.
Tommy Danger missing the start of the race there.
Krieger, I don't know what he was doing there. Oh, the lag is real. Just getting rammed off the road here. Love it.
With the front wing, you've taken some minor damage. Illegal maneuver, cede that position or will receive a penalty.
So, Mr. T, the reason I was so slow there is because I was actually trying to let you back past.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
No, I don't want a new strategy option because that means it puts me all the way back in the field.
Oh wow, I had to really far
I'll take my 7th place currently and see what else I inherit.
I have the classic F1 2020, get crashed into, get penalties yourself.
You see, I've just inherited 4th.
I'm out the race.
I've been hit. I got hit quite badly by EOT there. And that's you out, isn't it?
Yep.
Along with Typhoon. Do I sense you guys had a bit of a coming together?
I don't see who it was. Obviously, I had no wing coming into a corner and just got tapped in the back.
That's never good.
Okay,
I'm gonna
this lap.
I just wanted to make it through one lap so I could pit.
I'm going to have to come into the pits this time. Because I got rammed at the back by EOT and I've lost the whole of my front wing now. Dominic gets past me. I crash straight into the pit entrance.
Crash into a pit wall. Smooth, very smooth.
Yep. Just watching that on stream. Beautiful.
It's a shame they can't drag you in. We've got like Francisco Tugra out in front, 2nd and a half behind him, Taki Huve, followed by Ruben in the black rainbow car. EOT behind that. Followed by Dom, Mason Jar, Vlad. Knockedly 20, just coming out the pits with Vlad. Yas 32, Mr. T, Tommy Danger. Shark 39, he's clearly a bus driver in a bus route of how slow he's going.
Slow and steady.
They say slow and steady wins a race, but I believe over these 5 lappers, it doesn't really apply.
Yeah, I'm not as convinced. But he has just made it around more of the track than I did, so I can't really talk. I'm going to watch this top 3 battle, which looks absolutely incredible. Taki Juve
losing a bit of wing.
hit the barrier there. Francisco Tugo getting fastest lap as he crosses the line.
Argy Bargy from Ruben there.
Yeah, Ruben. That wasn't exactly sportsmanlike.
It's not what we expect from Mr. Ruben. I suspect he had a reason to do that. However, you don't like to see it in the modern F1 game or any F1 game.
So Taki Juve's got a penalty at the moment. Did he have a penalty before? So Taki Juve's got a 3-second penalty and appears to have dropped a position to EOT. I wonder if EOT crashed into him to get him out of the way as he did to me. I'm not bitter about that at all.
So what these races do learn to give you a bit of a thick skin, the multiplayer races.
Oh yes, yep. Taki Juve's in the wall. He's out of the session. EOT's now solidly up to 3rd position. And Francisco has got a 2-second penalty for a collision with Ruben.
Ruben
just missed that.
Chasing him down.
But that means Ruben just needs to stay alongside him and take the win. Ruben, of course, won't want that. He'll want to try and take the lead.
He wants to
he crashes
eat that
into the wall because he tries
apparently.
to.
And I thought he had no wing before.
So coming out and starting the penultimate lap. Meanwhile, Ioti's managed to catch these guys right up and is within 5 seconds. Even within 3 seconds almost of the leader. So familiar face rejoins the lobby.
Melee gear.
Oh, he's gone again. I shouldn't have said it. Now Ruben's trying to defend against Ioti and it's not worked. Ioti's made his way past. Ruben's back down to third. But of course, if he stays within 2 seconds of Francisco, he'll get a position on that, but he won't if he's reversing out the corner like that. Ruben obviously has some difficulties there.
Wing damage really taking its toll.
I think it is now. So we're now looking at Ioti against Francisco Tuga for the win. Of course, Ioti's already got the lead after Francisco's penalty. But Ioti could overtake on track. He goes for it. Right on the inside, this is going to be tight. He's got the outside from the next corner, of course, which isn't as optimal. But he cuts back. And I think you've just seen from the lead. Oh, they've hit.
Francisco's taken him out there.
There's a lot
and
of argy-bargy going there.
From Francisco again.
Francisco gets another 2-second penalty for all it's worth. And they've gone straight on at the corner.
This is good for Ruben.
The crowd in that grandstand there having lots of fun. Francisco spins Ioti round.
I think Ruben had a little crash while we were watching that.
And now if Ruben closes up to within 2 seconds of Ioti and 4 seconds of Francisco, at the moment he's just outside of that. He could win this race from third.
We'd like to see Karma 95 join.
Karma 95, I think I saw that name a minute ago.
Oh, he's left. Obviously, he dropped out of the GP, and he was a racer I was really excited to see in the GP.
It was.
He finished third, I believe, last season in SRC.
It is close. Oh, right at the moment, this is so close, actually, between Ioti and Ruben for the win. And now Francisco's got a 6-second penalty. It seems like Francisco is out of the running for this.
I think this is going to be Ruben's.
It's going to be settled by a couple of attempts. Not anymore, it's not. Francisco's retired from the session. Ruben has taken the lead.
I called it.
What a dramatic last few laps this has been. The crowd somehow made it to the 2020 Singapore Grand Prix track. Obviously getting a good showing from these drivers. Not necessarily the fastest racing, but certainly some entertaining stuff.
Probably taking home a souvenir from the amount of shrapnel that's over the course.
I'm sure there's plenty for him to give out. So you watch Francisco tumble down the order. That's a shame. He would have probably still been on the podium. And Ruben's on straight on. 6 out reverse. It's not over yet. Ioti's now taking the lead. And Vlad, with a 3-second penalty, he's moved up to second. Ruben, it appears, has thrown the race away. He's now got to try and finish within 2 seconds of Ioti and 3 seconds of Vlad. But he's made another mistake going into that same corner as before.
Oh, Dom takes him.
Dom's taken third. And now Dom's got to finish within 2 seconds.
I think Dom can finish on the podium here.
Of Ioti, 3 seconds of Vlad. He's 2.1 by me, 2.0. This could be very close across the line. He's within 2 seconds now. Can he do it? Can he cross the line?
That's Dom with a win.
He's done it.
Emphatic finish there from Dom Schmitz.
And for 4 out of those 5 laps, we were talking about Ioti, Francisco Tuga and Ruben fighting for the win and how the penalties would affect it. In the end, Dominic takes the win. Fantastic race.
It's correct from Dom there in chat. It is your boy. Part of his message just got deleted by Nightbot.
Yeah, Nightbot is obviously getting a little bit overzealous, I think. Let's see if I can adjust Nightbot settings, or indeed turn them off completely.
Shark 39 playing single player again.
Well, he's finished, or he is finishing.
Hopefully.
And also, I don't think he's crashed as much as the leaders did.
Does have a bit of his wing missing.
Right. Cloudbot is off, apparently.
Of course, it's not always about the winning, it's about the taking part. Shark, great competitor, seeing the race through.
Indeed,
4 minutes behind the leader, however, he is you're seeing it through. And this just in, Dom actually pit in that race. Extraordinary scenes.
Just seen that, yeah. Sometimes best strategy is a one-stop, even in a 5-lap race.
It is such a tough call though in the 5-lappers of if to pit or not. Because obviously you feel like you can hang on to your position, but you lose so much time when you don't have a wing.
I think for a 5-lap races, I normally pit if it's in the first 2 laps, as it was for that. People wondering why I've got the box up over my stream at the moment. It's because I'm trying to work out how to turn Nightbot off. I think the
Vlad with the fastest lap.
best way to do it. Of course, fun thing I could try and do now with this. Of course, I have got a bot going. So if I type that, hopefully it should work. Yep, that works perfectly. That gem command. I'm quite happy with that.
"16 out of 18 drivers ready." Raiken's joined back.
I can show back.
Nana Joe.
I'm trying to work it out. Edit the timers.
Really?
Doing this on the fly, of course.
Colours. Kalawek.
So let's try that.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, what's the track in the
Australia in the rain.
Australia in the
It's
rain?
full wet as
Oh
well.
boy.
This is just a PSA. You can actually brake on the first corner.
So yes, I now have a bot which will do commands. I think I've tried to tell it to stop spamming emotes or caps. I will work with that, and obviously more commands will be added throughout the weeks. What was that you said about braking for the first corner? You've got to get there first. And in the wet, of course, you can't see where you're going unless you're out in the lead.
It'll need replacing if it takes too much damage.
Australia, normally the season opener. Of course, we were expecting it to be the season opener for the real life 2021 F1 season, but that's not been the case.
I think Australia and New Zealand have just shut the borders completely, haven't they? terms of the pandemic.
See, I was going to say the Southern Hemisphere countries who have got a grip of COVID a lot better than we did, but then it's not all the Southern Hemisphere countries that have done that, of course.
Like, I know New Zealand has literally no cases, and they're not allowing anyone in without rigorous testing. It's worked out for them, but then again, the population in New Zealand's like 20 people, so...
Yes, it is very difficult to compare countries. It will be a long time, I think, until we discover really who's coped with this pandemic well. Ruben, thank you very much for letting me pass.
Sorry about that mason jar. I had no grip whatsoever.
Now chasing Francisco for 4th place, and after that there's a fair amount of open air. Francisco moving offline and then stopping in the corners. He uses brakes too much, and as a result I've lost a couple of positions.
I can report back of the race, there was a lot of people pitting. Looks like we're going to have 2 races going on here.
We're going to have 3, because there'll be the people that are out in front at the moment. I'd say I'm towards the front of race number 2. Adriados has got a very interesting way of driving.
Your front wing is damaged.
Is it the class of all over the shop, please stay away from my position and please don't take me?
He will use the entire width of the track when coming back on. Whereas Vlad will keep turning into me until I'm squeezed between him and the wall, and therefore have no choice but to give him position.
Well, I did get a report earlier that Vlad is not exactly the cleanest racer.
It's the risk you take in these unranked lobbies. Dominic setting fastest lap there. He's obviously in race 1.
Green flag.
Winner from last race, setting the fastest lap. When do we start calling him Lewis?
Okay, so I can actually see where I'm going now. The car in front is cleared off. Because this is the problem in the wet, as I'm sure people have noticed by now. If you're stuck behind someone right in front of you, they kick up so much water that you just can't see where you're going.
Well, I just gained a position from Knockedly 20 crashing out. No, I'm just going to be happy to finish this race.
I think so. Oh, Danny Stadia, our friend from the original set of races.
Whoa!
And he's
Francisco
gone
just
again. Every
wiped
time
me
I
out.
mention someone, they leave. So based on that, Vlad. No, he's not left yet. Oh.
Good old cast a curse.
I was kind of hoping he'd leave. Right.
Right, come in at the end of this lap.
My finger's doing everything apart from touching the accelerator as I try and ask the multifunction display to get me to pit this lap and change my front wing. Which means I've lost a couple of seconds to the OT.
Leaguey, I'm bumping into my rear end again.
What position are you?
At least buy me dinner first. I'm 13th.
13th. Okay, I think I'm safe.
Just a little bit.
Well, I've got 35 seconds to 10th, so...
Oh, a little bit of a crash there.
Complete, go now.
Oh, sorry. For you to envy.
Okay, stay clear.
Sounds like a
line on the
robot.
Exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
Just come off the dry line there and had zero traction. And decided to find the rest of my wing in the back of his car.
Right, so I've now got 11 seconds to make up to Ioti, or more accurately, I've got 8 seconds to make up to him because he's got a 2-second penalty.
I'm just chasing Lily gear, however I don't have a wing. And with the amount of paint he's trading on the walls, he'll be part of the scenery soon, so...
Close it in.
Okay, clear.
I have no chance of catching him. Not with this broken wing.
Am I coming up to lap someone? I think I might know who I'm coming up to lap.
Final lap of the race.
Hopefully it's not me, because I'd be
No,
embarrassed.
no, have a guess.
Oh, is it my boy Shaw?
It is your boy Shark.
The world's slowest F1 racer.
I wonder if he's going slow now, but eventually one race he'll just power past everyone. He's actually a really good racer.
It's where he gets first on the grid and just hammers home the win. We all
Yeah,
doubted him.
Just clears off, yeah.
Baby Shark, no more. That's when he turns into Daddy Shark. You would be thinking the wet was his natural habitat, but... Oh, I've just lapped Shark. Oh, not lapped him, passed him rather. Wait, no. Oh, I lapped him. Wow. Oh, when you're getting lapped by
I think
me...
he got lapped in the previous race in Singapore, but we were too busy watching everything else. Well, I am closing in on Yoti, but not by enough. I need about 4 seconds on him in the last few corners.
Cheers, Francisco, for the position. Without barging me this time.
Of course, it would have helped if I wasn't in lean mode for the last 2 laps. I'll come for my fastest lap at the end. Not the fastest lap of the race. My fastest lap was a 1:42.3. So Dominic takes the win, 13 seconds ahead of Ruben. Viking in third, Vlad fourth, then Jas, Adrilos, Banana Joe, Yoti, myself in ninth, Lele Melee Gear in 10th, Distortion 11th, Francisco Tuga 12th, 4U2NV 1744 in 13th. I'm not even going to make an attempt at pronouncing that name in 14th.
Kolowski.
And Shark bringing up the rear once again.
Ruben, driver of the day.
Well done, Ruben.
I've got a feeling this top 3 is going to be a bit of a recurring theme. Some elite drivers there, not to discredit you, Sammy.
That's okay. I know I'm not top. I've done some races against some of the big pros in the Stadia racing community, and I'm rubbish against them. I'd like to think I'm one of, if not the fastest Stadia content creator. And whilst I'm commentating on this weekend, that illusion will continue.
I'm just happy to see all these smiling faces in chat and everyone to cross the line safely. So no one crashed out of that, did they?
There wasn't any big incidents. I suspect there was a few crashes. Mason Jar, Nukdvi and Taki Juve. I suspect they might have had crashes, but they all made a lap.
How did Shark have so many penalties?
Genuinely can't work that one out.
Maybe blue flags? I'm not 100% sure.
Could be, but he wasn't exactly holding us up when we went past him, was he?
He did just wipe out on a corner when I went past him.
Did he? Oh, maybe he just missed me. I don't know.
Corner cutting, Dominic says.
And now for something that I think is going to turn into a bit of an Easter egg in the F1 games, the Vietnam track. Because of course they included it in F1 2020, and Vietnam Grand Prix was cancelled. And it might not be in 2021, which means this track is now never going to be raced in real life.
I'll have to do another Stadia GP just to commemorate the track.
The other thing I've got is I've got a custom setup for Vietnam, because I set a lap time and realised, hold on a minute, I'm quite high up the standings, so I gave it some work. Dominic, myself and Distortion, the top 3 on the grid.
Can't wait to get wiped out on this first corner.
I've got the inside going into the first corner, so I'm going to run it wide. Dominic saw that coming and cut back very well.
Well, and I've been taken out.
Leading.
I'm now backwards on the track.
The Distortion facing backwards. In the meantime, I've got Dominic's slipstream. I'm going to try and go for the inside in the next corner. There we go. Taking the lead, and now I've just got to remember how a Vietnam track goes.
That's a strong start. Well done.
Angiak, 31-35, ramming me into a wall, and there goes my wing again. I'm beginning to think some people don't like me.
Some action going on behind me there as Dominic and Yas crash into each other. Melee Gear is also in there.
Be careful with the front wing. You've taken some minor damage.
But
You're at the
thankfully, I don't care. I'm
back
ahead.
of the pack. We've got a lot of tense action going on. We've got Francisco and Angiak battling that out in front of me. Oh, and I've lost my wheel. And I'm out. Still leading Dominic by about a second. However, one of you just lost a piece of wing.
I suspect this race could be myself and Dominic.
Laligia and Banana
all
Joe
the way around the track.
falling behind.
Because of course he's going to get
Ruben's
the slipstream on me
shooting him
now. I'm going to be a bit brutal and turn in. And yes, I did spin him around there. The webcam's off, so you can't see the smirk on my face. Looking forward to hopefully getting a new webcam this week if I can source it at a reasonable enough price.
Yeah, I really want a new webcam. My current one's a bit of a budget option, however it kind of serves purpose, I guess.
I started off with budget options, and then I always knew I wanted to upgrade as things went on. So I bought a new microphone end of last year, beginning of this year.
I normally have the motto of buy cheap, buy twice. So I do tend to sort of spend a bit more money on things. I've just brought myself a new 75-inch TV for the living room,
Whoa.
which is very big.
Yeah. I think I'm playing on I think it's 32-inch this one, so that's twice as big as that. Blimey.
Yeah, I'm a massive PC gamer. So I have the classic triple monitor neckbeard setup. Massive gaming PC. A bit of a tech geek, I guess.
Viken has a theory in chat. Also, hi Jem, thanks for joining. We did Monaco early on. We might put it back in, maybe as a grand finale. I've got a feeling, as the next 3 races, we mentioned earlier our favourite tracks, Bahrain in my case, and France and Austria in yours. You want to put those on for the next 3 races?
Quickly retort to Raikkonen and say, at least I'm over 6 foot.
Oh, you're a tall guy as well.
I'm 6'2", and Raikkonen is like 5'4".
Okay, that's interesting.
No, I don't think he's that small. He's small, but
Okay, clear.
But yes, Jem, if you want to join, this is just some multiplayer fun and a little bit of discussion for the upcoming Stadia GP. If you want to join the lobby, then you know the drill by now. F1 2020, unranked, something on Stadia. And hopefully I'm not popular enough. There should still be a space for you. Oh, look who I'm lapping.
Alboy Shark.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Do you think his throttle only goes down a certain amount?
I don't know.
By a few seconds per lap.
He also takes the corners really wide. He's just almost crashed into a wall gain about 30 miles an hour. I'm a little bit worried.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's dropped off my mini-map. But somehow he doesn't crash out. See, I wasn't even going to say Jem has joined the session, but he's already left it.
I mean, he's on a straight and he's hitting 190, which is the highest speed I've seen him hit. Normally it's around about 80 miles an hour. I believe everyone's passing him now. Ruben and Lily passing him.
Valcor's a familiar name as well. I can't remember I've seen that before. I think he might have shown up on... It might have even been one of Jem's streams. The name definitely sounds familiar. You watch, in about 2 seconds it will show up. Valcor has left the session. There you go, see?
There you go.
Oh! I was laughing and I crashed into the wall. Thankfully,
Box for a new one.
it's telling me to box for a new one, but I've only got 10 seconds behind me.
I find myself playing with the MFD so much until I rebound the fuel mix keys to be the bumpers on the controller. Other than that, I've just found myself crashing into
That's
walls
an
all the
idea.
time because I'd be speaking to Jeff a bit too much.
That's an idea to do that. Because yeah, I keep hitting the left and right directional buttons.
It was a little tip from Raikkonen. That way I find it really easy to stick it on lean on the corners and rich on the straights. Like I'm by no means fast, as you've probably seen
You're out of
from
the
the
race,
stream.
aren't you? I'd start looking at myself and Ruben. Because I'm quite severely wounded and Ruben's effectively halved the gap to me in the last half a lap.
Will be tense, but I don't think he'll take you on this lap.
I wouldn't be
He's
so
simply
sure.
not enough crack.
And I'm the one who'd be
Right.
taking it off. I've got a feeling he could do it.
Unless you clip on the fast life rides, I think you're okay.
Yeah, the next bit's the one with all where you need the downforce.
Yeah. He does have a 2-second time penalty as well.
Oh, so he does. That could be my saving grace. I could just follow him home. Shark 39 has been disqualified. Oh.
Shark? Well, at least I'm not finishing bottom because someone's been disqualified.
I think it's 2 seconds, 2.5, 2.1, 1.9, 1.7, 1.5. This is going to be tight. Because I told you, this
so
is a
Shark
bit
was actually
careful.
DQ'd for going the wrong way. I didn't know going slower did that for you.
Ruben.
Oh, Ruben with the argy-bargy. Bad Ruben, back in your box. Oh, and you keep it. The 2 second time penalty
it
coming
went
into
up
play
to
there.
5 seconds in
In
the
fact,
end.
Ruben drops to third. Ioti taking his place.
I think Ruben got 5 seconds in the end. Quack Creeper, thanks for joining. Familiar names in chat. We go for a good few hours now, and actually I wanted to check something. I'm gonna.
I think I've used that excuse a couple of times, Ruben.
What's he said? Had to avoid a track that was you. I disagree.
Nana Joe.
There's no way
Caldwell
you could
Kekalowski.
deliberately.
Vlad and Francisco. Ooh, accusations of argy-bargy, Sammy. Ram
Yeah.
Dominic into wall second lap.
Yeah, I did, and I had a massive smirk on my face when I did it. I had to get a bit defensive. You were closing in far too fast.
I'm pretty sure Dom had 2 seconds, and he did pit, so he might save.
Not on the second lap, he didn't.
It's okay. Jem's here now to teach us how to play a demolition derby.
Dom will be pleased to know I'm not racing in the Stadia GP this weekend. I'm just going to be commentating on his abilities.
Or lack thereof.
No, I never said that.
I'll say it to him. It's all good.
So, myself first, Ioti second, Ruben third, and the fastest lap. Not by much, though. Dominic fourth, although he probably deserved a higher position. Banana Joe in fifth, someone in sixth, Vlad in seventh, Francisco Tuga in eighth. Sixth place. If you are in chat, I do apologise. If you want to tell me how you phonetically pronounce your name, I will try. Viken finishing outside the points there, or not finishing outside the points. That's kind of the point.
Yeah, me and Raikkonen were kind of caught up in the same incident. I got brake checked and... Oh, Dominic!
Tied on points, but winning it on countback, presumably. Just goes to show how important those last penalties were for Ruben. Vlad in third, myself fourth, which is pretty bad considering I won a race.
I'll take 0 points, I'll take that.
Did you crash out of most of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dom top, that could be a prediction for the weekend there.
He's certainly showing off his skills early on in the weekend. So, see, Jem is back in the session. But I said we do our favourite tracks. So, just on the order they are in the calendar, we've got Bahrain, France, Austria. We'll do that for session 3, and then we'll do... Should we do crowd choice for the last session afterwards?
Sure. Strong crowd choice anyway. I'm happy to play on any track. I'll still get crashed into and join the spectator sport.
We'll get. So if you guys want to see a particular racetrack, maybe one we haven't done so far tonight, mention it in chat and we'll try and put it on the list. meantime, make sure you're readied up for Bahrain, which had an interesting pair of races in 2020 and looks to be kicking off the season in 2021 at the moment, as we're speaking now.
Ruben says his favourite track is Abu.
Abu Dhabi. It's an interesting favourite track, not many people's. Green Rage, hello. Thanks for joining. And the game obviously knows I like Bahrain. It's put me in 18th, which might well be last place.
Let's go.
It's not quite last place, it's second to last.
Might be 8th, I can't tell if there's a car in front.
It should say on your steering wheel before you press A.
Oh, I can't see on the steering wheel, can I, before I press it?
Oh, I'm starting next to Charles Leclerc.
I'm starting... Oh, I did see him a few races ago. Shark there, forgetting that you have to press accelerate off the grid.
So Charles Leclerc, it was his lobby. I was talking about a race I had a while ago, the one where I crashed at Monza on the last lap after leading all the way. And I think I've just hit him coming out turn 2.
I did do an illegal overtake there. However, I'm more than happy to take the penalty to not crash.
So I had a crash that was rather similar to another crash that we might have had in Bahrain recently. So Queen says hello to Ruben and Jembear, but not to me after I said hello to her on microphone. Come on. I have other queens I can be guarding.
Like me.
That wasn't what I had in mind, I must admit.
I'm only messing.
I'm missing a pizza party to be on stream tonight.
I'm missing enjoying my new 75-inch TV.
Why aren't you playing on your new 75-inch TV?
Because I'm too lazy to leave my chair after I finish work, not gonna lie. It's a tough life.
That's what I do.
Just sit in
if I had it and I wasn't... Oh, shh.
Are you okay?
I forgot I was supposed to pit at the end of that lap.
Turn the engine off and wait
And then crashed into the pit entry.
You hit a wall.
Have I mentioned I absolutely hate Bahrain?
I'm out in second. I have 5 seconds of penalties.
But of course now there's Queen Rach in chat. It means I can type that into chat. And hopefully Nightbot will respond. Or maybe I've forgotten what the command is for that. Nope. There we go. Yeah, Queen Rach is new to streaming, but not new to the Stadia audio community. Been playing a long time, long enough to get to level 500 in the game now. To put it in perspective, I'm level 33.
Never actually played Red Dead Online, not gonna lie.
It's a great game if you've got a community with you. And I know Jem would agree because he said similar in his videos. Red Dead Online on your own is actually for me fairly boring. I'm sure for some people it's not. I'm looking and gesturing to my camera as if it's on. I've far more enjoyed Red Dead Online once I've been playing it with other people.
See, I'm a big, I like my competitive online games. I'm a League of Legends.
Oh, was going to say, do you play that on GeForce Now? But you mentioned you had a decent PC early on in the stream, didn't you?
Don't use GeForce Now, unfortunately. I only really got Stadia because Dom pressured me into it.
What's your impressions of it then?
I have very apparent views where I believe it's very good for some people, but if it's not up your street and you don't want to like it, you're not going to enjoy it. I enjoy it even though I could play like every game that I have on Stadia on my PC. But I just...
What, even Outcasters?
Apart from Outcasters, really. But then I also have more competitive shooter options just playing my PC. However, I do quite like the Stadia community. Like, it's really nice just sort of jumping into these races and sort of seeing the same faces that you do normally. Whereas, like, say you fire up League of Legends, you're more than likely never going to see the same names again. So I like that kind of aspect. Take from that what you will.
No, I've been very impressed with cloud gaming in general. I've been talking actually with members of another Discord of a she has done Stadia streams, and it's not going to take people that much brain power. People who know me will have probably worked out by now it's Katie Wilson. But people on her Discord have been saying, "Oh, I'd love to play this game, but I don't have enough power in my computer." I'm just saying, do it on cloud. You can play Fortnite, you can play that on GeForce Now. Games like F1 2020 are available on Stadia. The only thing I found has been a problem, and as it turns out, with this particular person in the other Discord, this was a problem for them, but their internet speeds weren't as fast. I had to level with them saying with those internet speeds it might be a little bit trickier.
Well, that's the thing, like, there is a chance that it's not going to work for you, and in that case you're better off finding another solution. However, like, if it works and works well, then it works well, and you're probably going to have a nice time.
Yeah. I'm going to... because I can't remember which commands I've put into this bot. It turns out I haven't put that command in. Okay. But for what it's worth, for people looking at my chat and thinking that's a complete injustice, he hasn't put a command for Gem in. There you go. I couldn't completely ignore him. I had plenty of commands in my other bot, and then I realised that didn't work on particular scenarios. So I ended up changing bots, and I haven't transferred all my stuff across.
Is that Shark? I believe so.
Is he still in?
I just lapped him. I'm in second, however my penalties will bring me down to fourth. I believe. Maybe third.
Oh, well, actually, given what I've just said, I've just got a message saying my connection is a little bit unstable. It should be fine. I also just instinctively went to quit multiplayer, which I shouldn't have done.
I'll take that. Third place finish.
So, and see how responsive. Yep, Nightbot's good. Just continue the rumours. Oh, Microwave's back. As I look over to him, he's missing bits off his front wing. And he's just lost another position. But, yeah, Banana Joe was...
because our boy Shark Gem has been lapped He's the world's slowest F1 racer. However, we're happy he's here because he's consistent. He consistently gets lapped.
Quack Creeper says he's now able to join. Great to have you. I assume you're the name that just popped up on my screen. I think it said Ballsbreaker. So we had the real Birchin as opposed to the fake Birchin in first. Vlad in second. Distortion, you finished third.
Woo!
Top three all getting penalties there. Dominic fourth. Francisco Tuga fifth. Ruben sixth. Raikkonen seventh. Kodeskalarski, I definitely pronounced that wrong, in eighth. Quack Creeper's Valcor. Okay, I saw you join earlier and left almost instantly again. The OT 9th, Banana Joe 10th, Gem promoted up to 11th. Microwave in 12th, but didn't finish, I don't think. I didn't think he crossed the line. Shark 39th, a lap down in 13th. Just ahead of Charles Leclerc. Which says more about Charles Leclerc than it does about Shark, I'm sure. So France, I've done France in the wet a number of times, and I can never work out where the track goes.
I quite like France. It's horrible in the wet.
Queen, neither do I. As you know by now, a lot of streaming is just running along with whatever comes your way. Although I'd much prefer it if the qualifying gave me decent positions for these rounds. Again, we'll finish this run of 3 races, and then we'll do one more run of races on tracks that you guys want. So, mentioned in chat, we've already had a request to do the Abu Dhabi race. Maybe I should do my car setup rather than talking to chat.
Oh, I'm right behind you, Sammy, with Raikkonen behind me and Ruben behind him. Oh, some people crashing on a straight line.
Yeah, I had a lot of glitches myself.
Apparently, right trigger is a bit too hard to push.
We've been awarded a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the
Ooh.
end of the
And I've been
race.
spun.
I'm getting glitches and lag all over the place. And all of a sudden I've lost my front wing. I've got a 2-second time penalty for a collision with you.
Yeah, I did see that. He did come over a little bit.
What happened?
Probably.
Let me know you're okay.
I'm out. Yeah.
See, I like this because it's a really nice... Whoa! I'm out. Someone just reversed into the middle of the track.
So, Ballsbreaker, Distortion, Microwave, Gem, myself, EOT, Kolezikowski, Shark 39 and Ruben are all out so far. Valcor has somehow made it through all that mess behind everyone else and is last in 11th place. Out front we've got Banana Joe. Sorry, you talk.
So we're seeing Banana Joe leading Raikkonen, and we've got sort of a little battle going on between Dom, the real Birchin. Don't know where the fake one is. Icky, followed by Vlad, Francisco Tuga with penalties. Derek Adrilos, Charles Leclerc, and then Valcor leading the back of the pack, racing on his own. A lot of penalties being given out and a lot of pits. This does mean that Raikkonen, Banana Joe, and the real Birchin are going to pull out way ahead of them. So it looks like we're going to have sort of 2 races going on.
Quack Creeper, or as he's known in the game, Valcor, saying he's dropped out because of his internet His car is still showing in the race. Just coming through the pits now. Is he about to pit, or is he just finished his pit stop? Nope, he's just coming into the pits. Getting his front wing changed, and the nose actually disappears when they replace it. Racing with car number 44. Oh no, 14. I read 44 and immediately thought Lewis Hamilton. It's not, it's 14, so that's Fernando Alonso in real life F1, isn't it? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, sorry.
You're still there, sorry.
Sorry, I was just staring out into space and...
No, that's fine. It could have been either me disconnecting from the voice chat or yourself. I wouldn't be any the wiser.
No, I was just fully gorming out. I was like, reading a tweet, that's all. So we are seeing Banana Joe still leading Raikkonen, followed by Dom.
So this 75-inch TV...
Yeah.
How are you placing it? Is it just going to be on top of something, or?
So, I've had to buy a new TV stand. That's coming tomorrow. Because it had to be, I think, more than 60 inches in width. And my other TV stand was like 55. So I had to buy more furniture to accommodate it. And
But it's going
had a
on
bit
top
of a
of
nightmare
something,
with
not
the
being
delivery.
attached to the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was trying to work out how you...
It is
even
so
lift that, to be
ridiculously
honest.
heavy.
Yeah.
Like,
Presumably
I
you've
couldn't
got a second
mount
pair
it
of
on the
hands
wall
to help
myself.
you out.
Yeah, but she's like 4 foot, so...
So this TV's bigger than her.
She can... It is literally bigger than my girlfriend.
Oh,
I'm a pretty tall guy. I could walk in the box that it came in. So the box must have been like 6 foot 4 or 5.
so, yeah, 75 inches is 6'3", and obviously the box needs to be slightly bigger.
Yeah, it was crazy big. However, it does mean I can now play Stadia from my bed on a 40-inch TV or 50-inch TV that I've moved upstairs.
You've got some spare TVs then, I take it? Yeah.
I mean, in this room alone, there's 6 monitors.
I don't have room for
5 monitors for TV.
I don't have any room for any more than one fixed monitor. And that includes... So I actually play Stadia on my bedroom TV, which has my PC connected into it.
Yeah.
So I do that. That's what I stream on through the PC now, even though I've got a Chromecast Ultra plugged into my TV, which isn't 4K. I've very rarely played in 4K. Should we talk about the race?
Yeah,
It's actually looking quite good. I'm following second, third, and fourth, and it's looking very close. It just had an
Raikkonen's
overtake for second.
really ahead. Birch and Banana Joe, Dominic all battling it out for them podium spots. Vlad, I think, is probably a bit too far behind to...
30 seconds plus.
And then maybe another battle for 6th. I'm not sure, obviously mistakes will sort of happen naturally. However, it's a really wide track and it's really hard to go out on unless one's parked...
So I've
across the width of
just
the
been
track.
watching Banana Joe went straight into the side of Dominic, who must be getting used to it by now. He's crashed on the final corner. It looks like Banana Joe will have to settle for 4th place. But we said that before. Dominic going wide through, I believe that's the corner heading onto the long straight. It might not be. This is the thing, I don't know the French track well enough. I don't have the endurance to watch any of the French Grand Prix on the F1 TV archive. They've not been the most interesting races.
No, it's a really wide track. It's fairly fast, I'd say, but it's really easy to overtake on. Obviously, it depends what you want from your races. Obviously, some people like scrappier races, some people like cleaner, just drivers building leads on their own. Yeah, it's a weird track, but I really like it. Well, to play anyway. Never driven it myself.
You might have to talk for just a little bit more because I'm just checking out my my Twitter.
No worries. So we're seeing, obviously, Raikkonen extend his lead. 7 seconds under Real Birchin. Followed by Dominic, 2 seconds behind him. Another 7 seconds behind Banana Joe. Vlad leading the, I'd say second pack, but he's kind of out on his own a little bit. Not really a pack. Really, I think it's just a race to see who gets podium between Raikkonen, Birchin, Dominic, and Banana Joe. However, the lead between Banana Joe and Dominic is growing.
I'll just come back, just crossed the line. Banana Joe is 4th. Francisco too has been disqualified from the session for being too much of a naughty boy.
I didn't even notice he crossed the line, not going to lie. I just flicked back to watch the back of the pack.
Ruben, no, it's not Manicourt anymore. So Manicourt was the host of the French Grand Prix for a couple of years, back when I started watching it. And I think he held the last one in 2008. And then the French Grand Prix dropped off the calendar. Could you believe it? The French Grand Prix. France is the first country to have hosted a motor race. The phrase Grand Prix is actually French. But they didn't have a Grand Prix on the F1 calendar for, what was it, best part of a decade?
Raikkonen, driver of the day.
No, French Grand Prix came back a few years ago and is now at Paul Ricard, which is, it should be a really fun track. It's hosted F1 in the past, back in the 80s. It held some great moments there. But
I mean, you could kind of class Monaco as France, although not really, obviously because they're a city-state.
I guess, yeah, it's Principality. It's south of France, but a lot of things are south of France.
Just most of the world.
Okay, so Raikkonen winning that with fastest lap from 18th on the grid. Wow.
Absolutely phenomenal driving there.
Yeah.
Clearly working on his racecraft.
You'd have to. In a multiplayer lobby like that, you'd have to be working with racecraft. Because that's 17 other drivers you have to work your way past. And with the best will in the world, not all of them are clean. So again, we're looking at the final race in this series, and then one final series using tracks that you guys want us to race at. And so far, the only track we've had a vote for is Abu Dhabi. There's plenty of tracks we haven't raced on yet. Mexico, Brazil, USA, Japan. We haven't raced at Japan yet.
And technically, we haven't done Austria yet.
Oh, we haven't done Austria yet. No, quite right.
It's my favourite track. Can't wait to get wiped out. It's going to be fun.
Which corner do you want to get wiped out on?
I'm predicting second corner is where I'll get wiped out.
Now, this is interesting.
Where's Gem in the pack?
Because it looks like it's raining.
Yeah, but we are on softs.
But we're on slick tyres.
Maybe go nice and easy for one lap, just to see out the dry line.
What, and let everyone else past you? No.
I didn't say I was going to do that. I've got Shark in front of me, so that's an easy
not for
grip
long.
position.
I've got Raikkonen next to me.
And I've already passed Shark.
Raikkonen turning me into the wall.
Oh. You hate to see it.
And I've got a lot of lag, and it might.
We're seeing major wing damage. Box, box, box.
I've got a lot of lag. Hopefully, no, that's not solving itself. So
Someone tried to take me out.
Engine off. Engine off.
I'm going to cause a very dramatic crash at the back because my car obviously wasn't responding. This is one of the problems I've got. As I cut to microwave in second, as he drifts across and spins out into the wall. Quite a nice livery on his car. Unfortunately, we won't see it anymore in this race. Distortion. This obviously is one of your favourite tracks. He's showing in second at the moment. And Francisco's been known to make a few mistakes in the past, so...
He's also been known to play a little bit of argy-bargy, which I'm not opposed to.
He sets fastest
However,
lap.
he is really building a lead.
It was 2 seconds when I last looked. It's now 3 seconds. Behind him, you get a great view of Icky and Daryl Berchin swapping positions for 4th and 5th. 4U2NV is along with Jem, and Jem is dropping positions mad. I don't know what's going on. He's not in the pits. He seems to have lost it on the start-finish straight. It has now got no front wing and has an entire lap to do. He's going to try and go into the pits the other way. He can't be serious about that.
Not
surely.
Really how
he's
it works,
He's
right?
going to drive in pits the other way. Oh, it's just Codemasters has decided they're going to reset him and go the right way around on the track. But he's lost so much time doing that. And he tried to turn into the pits the other end. Tried to enter through the pit exit. Never seen that before, but only Gem, I guess. No front wing, so I guess a lot of desperation.
This Derek just passed me. I gave him space because I'm nice.
Following Adrielos as he gets past Gem around turn 4. Now, it's odd. I'm seeing a lot of visual lag, but not that much audio lag. So what I'm going to do is something I've done in the past. So I've closed Stadia down. So at the moment you'll just be seeing my background screen. I do apologise for that. And it should load up now. I'm just going to check it's loading up on Streamlabs as well. It's not yet, so I need to play about the properties. Okay, switch control off. Distortion, how's the race go? You were in second last I looked.
It's migrating host currently, so I've just kind of freeze framed. Oh,
have I broken
and it's
the
just,
lobby?
and I've just spun out after the freeze frame.
I broke the lobby. Obviously upset about you taking the lead.
I'm now 13 seconds behind Derek as opposed to half a second.
I do apologise.
So I'm hoping similar might have happened. I'm happy with the podium. And I'm happy for the straight so I can take a swig of my drink.
So, just a brief... So if I change it to that... So, interesting, that doesn't work either. So...
Try opening another game and then opening...
I'm actually trying to sort it out on... What's it called? Streamlabs. I forgot the name for Streamlabs. Right, so if I set up a new
I just span and Danny had me.
window capture. No, for some reason it won't let me select Stadia as a browser source.
Can you do it as a Windows source as opposed to a browser source?
That might be what I end up doing. So if I tell it to add, rather than
Oh, I've dropped back down to 5th.
window capture, display capture for that.
Oh, hello, Gem.
Move it down there. Make sure you can see
Move
Discord
out the
on
way,
top
Gem.
of that.
Beep, beep.
Then load up Stadia. So you guys would have seen the inner workings of my Streamlabs for a brief few seconds. Troubleshooting on the fly, always great. Started off this stream noticing that my webcam doesn't seem to be working tonight. That's okay. But for some reason, once again, my webcam's not working and I seem to be having a really successful stream otherwise. In terms of viewers and people in chat. People obviously like watching me play games, but not liking watching me while I'm playing the games. So it's shown up as I haven't got a lobby.
Look for someone who's in the session, but
yeah, it seems to have done it for Francisco Tuga, but
oh no.
I'm going to create a new lobby.
I've lost a wing and I'm dropping places like crazy.
Just ask that once we've all finished that race, if people can go into the new lobby where we'll do the final few races. This gives me a chance to set up everything whilst you're finishing the race.
Oh no, I've missed the pits. I'm going to finish in the pits, finish in style.
So yeah, Ruben and I am making a new one. If people want to join as soon as they're able to. Once again, under Sammy on Stadia. Eventually people who aren't part of the stream will notice people leaving, might leave themselves and find that I've started a new lobby. Yeah, we've got one race around Abu Dhabi. In terms of tracks that we haven't done, I'm going to suggest we do Spain, Barcelona.
Oh no, please not Spain. It's like my kryptonite.
Yep, we're definitely doing Spain.
Oh no.
But any other tracks that people want to see, put it in the chat. Otherwise it could be a very short final series of races.
Let me just exit, leave.
I've got a vote for China. I'll put that in. As it turns out, I didn't select Spain, so there we go. China. So we've got Abu Dhabi, Spain, China, Japan, and we'll go for one more. Someone else suggested other than Ruben. Oh, I keep forgetting to actually select the tracks. There we go, Japan. And someone else for one other track.
I'm trying to think what we have and haven't done.
There's a good few tracks up here we haven't done, so discounting
maybe
short.
Russia.
Yeah, we haven't done Russia. We can do that. Ruben gets in there a little bit too late. I see the chat message slightly later. But yes, we have.
Oh, in fact, swap my Russia for USA.
No. So we got Abu Dhabi, Spain, China, Japan, USA. So a decent mix of tracks there. And just gonna give everyone a bit of time. I assume the race is finished now because I've got Dominic, Raikkonen, yourself, Jem and Ruben in the lobby. I'm now going to change all the settings, which I didn't do whilst you guys were out. Vehicle damage. It was full, wasn't it? And ghosting was off for some weird reason.
Yeah, ghosting off, full damage. It's like a street fight.
I'm going to give people a little bit longer to join. Rach, if you're still here, it'd be great to see you try out F1. Who else have we had in chat? Crack Creeper has had to go, unfortunately. Dominic's already in. Spaceman 37, that's a name I recognise from elsewhere. Not Dr. Spaceman, as far as I'm able to work out.
No, it's not. I've seen Spaceman 37 in a lot of Stadia races.
I've seen him in a lot, but I hadn't seen him for a while, and it's the first time I've seen him for probably since the early part of the month. We've got 10 people in. What do we say? 10 people around Abu Dhabi? Yeah, I'll ready up. And
Hopefully more people can join as the races
as we go through, we've got 5 races to finish off the stream, and then we'll be back at 7 o'clock GMT UK time on the Cloudy with Games channel in full 4K. You'll be able to see us as we spectate on qualifying for the Stadia Grand Prix. And at the same time, 7 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, UK time, on Sunday for the race. The whole thing being broadcast in full 4K glory. And it's going to be an absolute joy to watch. So
who doesn't like 4K? I do have to say though, after getting a massive TV, anything that isn't 4K or at least 1080p just looks horrible.
You start
over
noticing
75
that, yeah.
inches. Like I plugged in the TV aerial and it just looks it's unwatchable.
Yeah. I like this new lobby. It's put me on pole. We've got Dominic, I think, is showing up in 4th. Ruben in 3rd. Oh no, it's Danny Stadia in 3rd. Jem in 6th. And it's lights out, away we go in Abu Dhabi. Traditionally,
did Jem just not press accelerate off the
he has been known to do that.
Jem was disqualified.
Well, that seems to happen if he doesn't get away.
Like the opposite of a false start,
I've got
I guess.
Our old friend Danny Stadia
Nice start. Let's
right up behind me. We've got a good exit out of the hairpin onto the straight, which is a bit of a shame because it means the stream looks very boring. It's only the stream only shows my point of view, and I'm out in front.
Oh, I now have no wing.
I will keep glancing back behind me just so you can see another car. Danny Stadia within a second of me. I've got a feeling it will stay that way for a vast portion of the race, as I take an interesting line through that chicane. And Danny Stadia got a much better exit out of that corner than I did.
Who's this? Oh, hi, Dom.
Right behind me. It's 4 tenths between the top 2, with Richie Bigot 4 seconds behind. I shouldn't be looking at the positions when I'm trying to race for a win.
If you're listening to the stream,
we've got
Dom,
a few more races to go, and there are spaces in the lobby if you want to join. Sorry, I keep talking over you. You go.
Yes. I think me, Dom and Ryken are having a gentleman's pit.
Is it a pit stop race between you three?
Dom got in before because it looked like Ryken crashed into the wall. I got caught behind him.
I should be letting you do me talking for a little bit, because I'm going to have a hard job keeping Danny Stadia behind me. Dom says he was forced off, or forced to go into the pits because of, I presume, the guy right alongside him at the time, Newman.
Yeah, I did see you like having a bit of a battle with him.
Danny Stadia's within 2 tenths of me now. Ruben's 7 seconds back,
chasing Ryken
plus a
and
3-second penalty.
chasing Dom. I have loads of penalties for some unknown reason, so does Ryken.
going to
Dominic
get me
and
inside of me
Raikkonen.
there. He can't do that.
Repping the Smegs Esports brand.
Green H, you do race. I know you race. I also know how brutal you race.
Is it a Gem V2 situation?
Well, what she'll do is I don't know what the brakes on a horse actually are, but she just won't use them going into the final corner. Rach says phone of lies. Unfortunately, because the webcam's turned off or isn't cooperating with me tonight, you can't see I'm actually racing standing up tonight. No, I'm not standing up. I might have to stand up for the commentary though.
You're going to stand up for the commentary?
It's what David Croft and Martin Brundle do. Have you seen them?
I suppose, but then that's because they're just shoehorned somewhere. And have to look at like a million monitors and screens.
Yeah. I do have a notice board I could probably pin bits of paper to. I might just have a massive map of the track on there, because I'm bound to forget halfway through the race.
Well, nice to know that I'm leading the DNFs.
Keep this up.
Oh, you DNF? When did that happen?
No, I'm in 8th, only because people behind me haven't finished. Well, I've crashed out, I'm guessing.
Well, I've managed to put a bit of a gap to Danny Stadia. It's now over a second, which is important because, of course, the DRS detection point we've just gone past, and I was over a second ahead.
I just can't keep up with Raikkonen, and I'm all over the shop, barely staying on the track, not gonna lie.
Fortunately, Danny Stadia's got a much better exit out of that hairpin going on to the long straight than I did, which means he's within a second going into the second DRS zone.
And that is why I can't keep up with Raikkonen, because he just posted the fastest lap.
Yeah, I just
I've got the
noticed
quickest
that.
sector 3, however.
I'm
seems
not
like the rest of me.
I'm not miles away from that time, but I was a 1:40.0, and I'm going faster this lap. The problem is, Danny Stadia's going even faster behind me. He's managed to get a second. Oh, places himself on the outside. Go, Danny Stadia. That's not on at all. Pitches me off the track. Dramatic stuff there. Thankfully, once I've got going, I might be 5 seconds behind Danny, but I am still a couple of seconds ahead of Ruben. Going on to the last lap, Danny Stadia was very robust in his attack. Yeah, Ruben, you get past. Get past, Ruben. I'm not going to bother fighting that. You caught up far too quickly.
It does have a 5-second penalty.
Yeah, I wasn't going to mention that. The other thing, of course, is I get DRS coming down the straight now.
Ooh, someone's pit. Thank you for the position, Richie.
So Ruben has got to try and get 5 seconds out on me in the final sector, which is where all the downforce is. Problem is, I'm right next to him. He's brake tested me. He brake tested me. I can't believe it.
Tell you what.
And again, going into the corner.
He's clearly trying to get you to wipe out so he can get that 5 seconds on you.
I'm not having it. I'll just overtake him then. You know. Yeah, I think he is trying to wipe me out based on that.
Oh.
Okay, clear.
I got disqualified. Oops. I have multiple penalties because I kept cutting that last corner. Not last corner, fourth last corner.
Oh, so I get second across the line, as well as with Ruben's penalties. Danny finishes 14 seconds ahead, which isn't representative of the race that really went on at the front. It was actually very close between me and him. Or me and her. We never quite worked out if they were a guy or girl. Dominic finishes 6th, and Richie Vigo. 14 seconds isn't very close, but I was leading the majority of that race until he crashed into me, which is the reason why I had ring damage when you went past me, Ruben. So it wasn't close at the end, I'll give you that, but it was very close the majority of the race. But I'm happy with second there.
Raikkonen, driver of the day.
That's what it says.
I really wish the driver of the day wasn't just whoever gained the most places off the grid.
I think there is an algorithm for it, but it's too heavily weighted to positions gained, which in unranked multiplayer lobbies, where just about anything can happen.
Yeah.
Raikkonen with fastest lap, 39.0. And Dominic, 39.2. And Danny, a 39.3. Blimey. Seems I got quite lucky with second then. I was being defensive with Danny, but you know, I had the lead. I had to be defensive. Dominic says he might have got a podium if he wasn't rammed by Newman. That might be the case.
Lobbies.
How close were you guys to Ruben when all of that happened? Oh, we've had an influx of people. Got 16 drivers entering the next race.
Hopefully, they're all a little bit worse than me, so I can finish a race or not get disqualified or finish in the points.
Let's hope so.
I quite liked it when there was 10 people in the lobby because I could just finish a race and get a point.
So Spain is the track that most of the teams know the best because, of course, they do a lot of pre-season testing here.
It does have a wide variety of different corners. I think that's why they do most of the pre-season testing here.
It does, yeah. It's got that long straight, obviously we're starting on. That chicane towards the end of the lap, which is often a good indicator of how good the cars will be at tracks like Monaco. But it very certain, Osiris. There's 2 newbies who've just been overtaken by me. Distortion coming across quite harsh on.
I was a little bit
Cardoso.
not gonna lie.
Spaceman 37 wide through turn 3. Newman and Cardoso getting little bit argy-bargy on the exit. Spaceman's left the session.
Spaceman's out.
Which if he goes,
Decent start.
barging.
Oh, I almost just crashed into the back
He's
of
turning
Tom.
wide, but he's very defensive on the exit. Hooray, our Polish friend with the unpronounceable name has rejoined. Oh, Jem, very slow.
Car just appeared. I think he reset to track.
I don't know what happened. He was very slow there. As I'm
Yeah.
just making it past Newman now. Charles Leclerc is out of the
So-
session.
You can start and reset to track if you kind of wipe out. So on mine, he just kind of appeared in the middle of the track.
I don't know, what was it? Oh, you're second. I fought my way up to fourth. I'm quite happy with that so far. I'm chasing Danny Stadia. I can actually see first place.
I'm chasing Dom. However, he's taking
Is
that
it Dom
corner
in
a lot
first?
better than me.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
I need to get up and join the party.
Green flag.
Dom's giving me way. Oh, we're wheel to wheel.
Yeah, I can see it just ahead. Danny Stadia spinning. Going through turn 2.
Oh, I was being a bit too respectful with Dom and I spun out.
Oh, so in 2 corners, Danny and Disto spinning round, and it's now Dom 2 seconds ahead of myself.
I gave Dom a little bit too much room there and didn't realise how much I was giving him, so I just ended up on the gravel.
Brutal. So
He did give it me on the straight as
It's
well.
going to be myself and Dom through the second lap. It looks like Danny Stadia is out, or at least out of the running for a win in this race.
I'm chasing Raikkonen, who's chasing Jem. Bullet
Raikkonen
race.
fifth, 8
He's
seconds
dropped
behind me. A race like Raikkonen, if he can dispatch the others quickly enough, that's.
I don't know, there's a lot of argy-bargy going on here, especially from Newland.
So I go through to set fastest lap of 120.4. I've just had a message from someone. Still don't know how to pronounce his name. I suspect that message might be how to pronounce his name. So thank you very much for joining. I will have a look at that once this race is over.
Going to take Newman, but he's going to spin me out. And absolutely just crash into the front of the car. Love to see it.
Oh! Nearly lost the back end there. Going for the fast. Is it turn 9? That fast corner that you kind of have to go flat out through.
Oh, I've got no wing. And I bullet race are really close to me. Clearly doesn't know about social distancing.
You didn't get that memo?
No. Just gonna give him space. Just holding him up.
Raikkonen's
Raikkonen
retired.
retired.
Danny Stadia's back up to 4th behind Jem.
Oh, I've just crashed on the pit wall.
I think I know what Dom's doing. Danny Stadia's been disqualified.
Tense battle.
I think
been
Dom's
almost
been
identical
very
cars.
canny with his fuel.
Dom in the unlucky number 13 car. Clearly worked out pretty well for him. Followed by Newman, Cyrus, Jem, Signal, Bullet Racer, Spaceman. Ruben in 10th. Doesn't have a lot of his wing left.
This is your final lap of the race.
Dom's just staying out of DRS range.
Hopefully he can close that gap on and make it a little bit...
Coming up on Ruben, who's swerved across the track when there's leaders trying to overlap him.
Suppose that's the closest Ruben's going to get to the top 3 this race.
I think it is. I don't know what's happened to him. He's normally there or thereabouts. Maybe he got stuck in the walls on lap 1. I got bad exit through turn 9, and that's pretty much put paid to my chances of winning this, unless Dom makes one final mistake.
It's going to be hard taking him here.
It is. I think I know what Dom's done. It put me in low fuel mode as well. I'm just going to quickly respond to a message in the Stadia messaging app. I can do that from my phone to avoid exposing any information.
All that secretive info. Dom with the podium now.
With a podium with a win as well.
3.
Oh, look who gets driver of the day.
Nice, mate. Good job.
It's about time. I think that's the first driver of the day I've had. Mystic Rain, no, this is an unranked lobby. It's multiplayer. You expect these things. Anticipate them. I won't be kicking anyone except for perhaps foul language. Adam 8276 is it 82? Yeah, it is 8276. Yes, you can join. We're on F1 2020 on Stadia. You can join by going into unranked multiplayer and just searching for Sammy on Stadia. You can see there the name that got second place in that race. Yeah, yes, Rich, I got that reference. You behave yourself on my channel. It's very nice. So I've had 2 second places, and I'm currently leading the points table. Well done, Dom, on that last race win.
How many wins is that for Dom this sort of stream, I guess?
I think that might have been his first win, but he's been there or thereabouts. I took him out.
I'm sure he's at podium.
I took him out in Vietnam. He probably should have won Vietnam, if I'm being honest, but I took him out.
Third win. I thought it was second.
Third. Okay. I'll believe that. It's not as if I'm going to go back and rewatch this stream anyway. I never do that. China will be your last win or your last race? But yes, this will be the last series of races. I think we've got this one and 2 more.
Hey Dom, can I pet that dog?
Quite why I ever put it on increased top speed on these multiplayer races, I don't know. Because your front wing goes and then you've got nothing to...
yeah, and then there's just no steering.
No downforce at all. I mean, my logic is put it on high downforce. If your front wing gets knocked off, which it probably will, then
I'm a
some
bit too
downforce
much of a
there.
simpleton to play with a car, so I just leave it on standard. Not gonna lie.
So I know Barry, paramedic, has custom setups for a lot of these tracks. I don't. Someone came over and
I've
hit
just
me
mowed the grass all around
like a
that
torpedo,
corner.
I think is the term for this track.
I hate that first.
Is your car
Corner.
deliberately sponsored by Distort?
It'll need replacing if it takes too
Yes,
much
of course it
damage.
is.
Okay. You mowing the grass there as well?
Yes. Sorry for the argy-bargy. Oh, and I've just been spawned.
I'm used to it.
I just got tapped in the rear end. It's okay though, because I got a warning for a collision with him after he ploughed into me.
We've held position on lap 1. That's not great, but it's not terrible.
Oh, after-
Stay focused.
After all of that, I've actually held position on lap 1 apparently. Started 7th, and at the time that message came in, I was 7th. Coming out onto that long straight, it's important to get a good exit out of these corners, because there's normally a lot of straight after them.
Just one tapped me and then I kind of hit into you and then unfortunately just lost it.
Ah, Melee Gear appears to be leading this race. Oh, the other thing I like about the 5-lap races compared to the 3-lap races that are normally run in these multiplayer lobbies is I actually have to look at the fuel strategy.
Yeah, as opposed to just rich.
I guess a 3-lap races I can put it on rich and I have no problem at all. Ruben,
So I
same,
tend to use
same
lean
thing
on
that I
corners
said
and then
to
just rich for the
Raikön
straights.
earlier on in the chat. Although those people who are in the Stadia GP this weekend, I'm hoping for some clean racing.
Clean racing and clean language.
Much better exit out of that corner, and I'm right behind Daniele.
Oh, come on. Cyrus just tapped his brakes in the
Lovely
middle of the
gold
flat corner
Michael
for no
Schumacher livery.
reason.
I make up 2 positions in 1 corner.
I'm coming for you, Gem. I see that booty. Hi, Gem.
Daniele wipes me out. Dominic would have got a good view of that. But it now means I've got to do an entire lap of the track with no front wing.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Unfortunately, I'm stuck behind Gem.
I'm going to have to
Who as you
pit.
know is the most argy-bargy.
Jem can be a very good racer. Tonight,
He's a very good racer.
Tonight he's clearly just having a bit of a laugh, which is fair enough. That's what
Yeah, it's
this.
fine.
That's what this stream is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be serious. This is supposed to be the fun. Because I suspect when we get to the Stadia GP, there'll be a lot of people saying, "Oh, can I join? Can I join? Can I join?" With the intention of trying to crash people out. I thought if we get that done tonight.
I'm just gutted about looking at Gem's back end for a lap or two before I beat him.
What's Jem's back end like? And of course, he doesn't have a webcam. We've never seen his
Pink,
back end.
pink and dark apparently.
Pink and dark.
Green flag. Green flag.
Getting all the gossip here on this stream.
Oh, can I have him on this straight?
Right, somehow I've managed to keep Daniele and Jem behind me for this lap. Oh,
Bye, Jem.
8276 is second fastest lap. In fact, what I'm going to do,
Took out all my wing.
because I did quite well on that lap, I'm not going to pit. Because I reckon I could probably still take, maybe not 5th. I reckon I can get a decent finish.
I'm pretty sure Jem just has a different car to everyone else because he somehow manages to have scraps with everyone, but still finishes in front of me.
He's well practiced in how to survive scraps, to put it kindly.
Oh, he's going real slow here.
So I've just seen Jem's got a 9 seconds worth of penalties.
Wow. What do you expect?
I think the record we saw was someone had 30, or it might have been 28 seconds of penalties.
He's trying so hard to take me out. It's like his car's on like stabilizers. Doesn't matter how much you knock him, he just stays on track.
I can only guess that everyone behind me is also missing a front wing.
Hey Jem, do you want a gentleman's pit and then we'll battle it out on the last lap?
Oh, Charles Leclerc is back. Oh.
Oh, Jem doesn't want to pit with me. I wanted to pit and battle it out. See who can take out each other's front wing first.
I bet you he can take out yours first.
Most likely. He's done that a lot these past couple of weeks.
Oh!
Oh no, he crashed.
He didn't have his buddy to help him keep on the track. Melee gear's out. I can get 4th with no front wing for half the race. I can get 4th.
I actually think I deserve a podium for accidentally crashing with Jem.
Doesn't
In
get you a
the bumper
podium,
car
but it
race
does
we're
get you
having.
my respect. Love you, really, Jem.
Oh, Danielle's clearly got a wing, so he can easily do me on the corners.
And Adam8276, after saying in chat earlier on, can I join? He's only gone and run the race. Il Signor and Dominic finish off the podium. Somehow I get it across the line in 4th with no front wing. And Adam's showing off, saying he even only had half the front wing.
Well, I don't have any wing and I'm still crossing the line, so...
Distortion across the line, second to last, and Nurmand in 8th. Just through the last corner now, cutting it nicely. Going past the man with the checkered flag. Fourth. I must say that's probably one of my best performances I've had. Doing all of that with no front wing.
It does feel quite satisfying when you get a win with no wing, or like podium, or...
I've done that around Monza. Took a win with no front wing.
See you later,
Dominic, thanks for joining. Sorry, I keep
will
talking
indeed
over
see
you.
you tomorrow. No, that's fine. I talk a lot, so it's all good.
That's fine. So, fastest lap goes to Daniele there on a 35.9. Myself on a 36.5. Adam on a 36.4, taking the win ahead of El Signor and Dominic. Then myself, Osiris, Daniele, Disto in 7th, Nermand, Lele Gear, Gem rounding up for top 10. And that's all I'm going to be able to have time to say before the timer runs out.
What happened to you, Gem? You just crashed.
Dominic leaves, which unfortunately is a shame because he was only 1 point ahead of me in the championship. It was 49 to 48, and now he's gone. Of course, it takes him out of the championship, so I'm back in the lead. But El Signor in 3rd, or 2nd now, a few points behind. Adam's only been in one race and he's already got 25 points. P18 for the start of the Japanese race. It's okay, Kimi Raikkonen won the Japanese Grand Prix from 17th from the grid once.
What am I looking? 8th?
So if Kimi Raikkonen can win it from 17th, do you reckon I can get to 2nd from 18th? That should be
depends
possible.
If you get taken out on the way.
Adam, you're not right at the back. You're in front of me.
Whoa! Thanks for that, Gem.
So I avoid all the carnage at the start, at the first turn, and I come into the S's in 8th, which soon turns to 5th.
Oh no.
And we'll probably turn to 4th after I get past Adam. Yep, that's 4th. Well, it's even 3rd. I'm now in 2nd.
You've taken some minor damage. A new strategy is available on the MFD.
And it wants me to pit. No, I do not want to pit. So what did I say? 18th to 2nd, yeah?
Yeah, where you at?
2nd.
Nice. I'm battling it out in 12th after
Barely.
Gem decided I should rub my face on a wall.
Who won? You or the wall?
Gem.
Oh, Gem. It's because he's hacked the Stadia APKs.
Honestly, I think he has. His car's invulnerable to damage.
Yeah, he knew about this Project Hailstorm long before any of us did.
Project Hailstorm is that he gets God mode in every game.
I'm gonna chase down El Signor for a win from the back of the grid. 19 races started this. I was in 18.
Oh no! Leave me alone, Ruben. Wait, what happened to Ruben? He just rammed me. I think he's just disappeared.
I'll just take a quick shortcut through the first Egner. I'll actually stay on the track for the second one.
Right, I've had to pit because I'm not really a fan of doing this track with no range.
It asked me if I wanted to pit, but by that time I was already up into 2nd.
Yeah.
So I just said no.
There it's worth defending your position.
Well, the car isn't that badly damaged. I've only lost one end plate. And I'm closing on an Il Signor. This could be, dare I say it, one of my best victories I've ever had. I'm going to get taken out now, aren't I?
Probably. Do you want me to just wait on a corner for you? Let you lap me, make it interesting. Nah, that'd be a really bad sportsman.
I've done it. I've taken the lead.
Nice, good job. It's really weird going from having no wing to having full wing, and the car just being so, like, snappy and responsive.
So once again, the stream is going to look fairly boring for the next couple of laps, because there's going to be absolutely nothing happening in front of me.
Oh. Just mowed some grass.
I would try and talk you through the track, but I'm trying to keep Silverstone memorised. So I don't really want to start going through Suzuka.
Back rhyme, it's not that interesting either. I'm getting followed by Cardosa and Danielle.
Oh, Daniele. Oh, they're dangerous.
Oh, is it Daniele?
I've got no idea.
I thought it was Danielle 1L. Whoa! Spaceman almost across the track there. It's just gave me a place. Cheers for that, mate.
Time from the session. I put it down to standard mix for a lap, because I'm out of DRS range. And I've just put a lap on someone. So at the top we've got myself, Il Signor, and Adam. A bit further back you've got Jem and Ruben. Where are you?
So I'm currently holding down 11th.
11th? Out of 14?
I had to pit.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Jem. Jem, one of the hardest working content creators out there, to
he is actually, yeah.
Somehow just crash into me all the time. That's what he works hard at.
He doesn't have the time to practice driving properly. Or at least that's what I'm going with.
Sounds about right. Ooh, someone's pit. Who was that? Was that Ruben? Ooh.
Might well be, because he's dropped off the top 5.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go back and rewatch this race.
Oh no! Oh no! I've spun.
I'm going to have to go back and rewatch this race. This is...
Why?
I started 18th. I'm going to go into the final lap 2 seconds ahead in the lead.
Nice. I span, lost my position. Cardosa tried to take me out, I believe. Or he's just all over the shop.
It seems he's got a bit of a reputation.
I really want to wait for Ruben. Race against him. I've just dropped off me 2 places below. This is a really nice track, actually.
It's one of the old classics, so it's been on the calendar for a long time.
What's your least favourite track to play?
Oh, to drive, Monaco.
See, mine would have to be Hungary.
Okay, clear.
No, you know, see, Hungary's wide open. It might be slow and boring, but if you make a mistake, you can run off.
It was just the...
Ruben? Ruben?
I played it for the first time the other day. And it was
Ruben?
not a fun track to drive.
Are you okay? That was a big one. Confirm you're okay.
Ruben,
please.
that
Oh,
wasn't
you are?
on. That's not on at all, Ruben.
Is Ruben being a bit naughty?
As I was lapping him, he deliberately drove me off. You'd have seen that on the stream.
Ooh. That means you get a free pass to wipe out Ruben whenever you want. Oh, who's this I'm coming up on? Oh, is this Gem? Hello, Gem, with your 5 seconds of penalties. Thank you for your place. Hello, Gem.
That's Distone Gem coming out the final corner. A little bit of argy-bargy going on there. Gem crosses the line with no wing.
Tried to brake check him, but he wasn't having any of it.
We're just waiting for Crichtonstall or Crinstall, I don't know.
Crinstall?
How are you pronouncing his name?
Crinstall.
He's just come through 130R. He's about to start braking for the chicane. And coming around the final corner to take 10th. Not the last place. Osiris ends up a lap down.
Danielle. Yeah, maybe it is Danielle. 1L. I'm not sure.
So Adam 8276 taking the win there after some controversy, shall we say. Those of you who are in the Stadia GP and are worried about something like that happening, I am turning ghosting back on for Stadia GP, and in fact I might do it for the next couple of races.
Unfortunately, I have had my orders to turn off my computer.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to thank you, Sammy, for having me.
No worries, I've got a feeling this might be one last race anyway.
I'd love to do it. However, I really have my marching orders.
Oh dear. Get yourself off to bed, big weekend ahead.
Exactly. So cheers for having me, mate, and I'll catch you tomorrow.
Right, so I'll catch you tomorrow. Enjoy sitting at that TV.
Yeah, I will do.
Okay, so going into the final race, we've got Il Signor, Adam and myself all within 3 points. It could be very interesting going into the final race. Of course, Adam and myself both started low down the grid, but were fighting in the top positions up until the final lap of that race. I will get to that message later on. But thank you all for joining tonight, for myself and Disto. We've got some interesting racing going on, and we're looking for some great racing coming up over the weekend. Starting in P17 for this one. Not that it really makes a difference, as we've proved before. I'm still going to go for low downforce, not the complete end of it. Adam 8276 says might as well start the next race with no front wing, maybe. And we're going in. Again, I'll respond to that message I think we'll do that after this race, which of course will be the last race of the stream. Thank you very much everyone for joining. We'll do 5 laps for... Let's try and be at least 20% civil. So I go around the outside in turn 1. Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. Actually, probably one of the best circuits in F1 right now. This section of track you're going through now, similar to the Maggots and Beckett's complex in Silverstone track. Gembest spinning round. That was quite nice to see. Ha 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 ha, Gem. See you on the next one? No. And again, Jeff wants me to pit, despite the fact I've only lost 1 end plate and I'm not really having that many difficulties. Happy Cloud Gamer, thanks for joining. Unfortunately, you're just a little bit late to join. We'd be glad to have you on any of the other streams. I believe there's a lot going on this weekend. And not only the Stadia GP happening over Saturday and Sunday, but also on Saturday just after the Stadia GP qualifying. As I see some people are still playing Demolition Derby, Bullet Master. And my rule tends to be that it's okay if you're racing for position, but I'd rather you get out of the way if you're showing blue flags. I think my reaction in the previous race might have given that away. As El Senor had a bad exit on that last turn and appears to be out without a front wing. And we're alongside Bullet Racer. I had to run wide on the exit.
Green flag.
And of course it is perfectly natural to do that move. Lewis Hamilton did it at the start of the 2015 race here, with the championship on the line. Bullet Racer cutting corners, and El Senor out of absolute nowhere. Obviously heard me say it was okay to do it when it's for position. I guess I've got to take that one on the chin, but I'm just going to cut through the corner. Oh, and look who it is. One of the other events that's going on this weekend is Eddie Player 1, one of the contenders for Stadia Grand Prix, is also hosting what I think is the first Stadia Outcasters tournament with ultimate last caster standing.
Yellow flag.
Plenty of people signed up for that and will be playing against each other to earn the title of first Outcasters champion. It should be very interesting to watch that. That's going to be going on from pretty much straight after Stadia Grand Prix qualifying finishes. Coochie coochie coo! Guess who? Oh dear, I got a warning for a collision with Jan. You feeling confident, Jem? Are you feeling confident? You still feeling confident? Going through again the Maggots Beckett's complex. This circuit was designed to pinch the favourite bits. Jem obviously not happy about my move into turn 1, and somehow I get a warning for that. But I do see that his car appears to be stationary. Maybe I knocked a wheel off him. What a shame. No love lost there. Adam 8276 saying fastest lap. It looks like he's out in the lead and is going to take his third win in 3 races. He came into chat, he asked, can I join? How do I join? And since I gave him that information, he's won every single race so far. Despite the fact he started well down in Japan as well, from 14th on the grid. Came through to take the win there. Maybe slightly lucky, but of course you make your own luck in F1 sometimes. I can't deny, even though I'd like to have won that race, you do have to finish in order to win. Using the DRS to get past Matthew. I'm the only one in the on that list without any penalties. Bullet Racer, Bullet Master, I wonder if they know each other. Both have penalties themselves. Matthew, there's 4 seconds of penalties, and Charles Leclerc, our old favourite, the Ferrari real-life F1 driver, of course. Or maybe it's not him, maybe it's just someone using his name, I don't know. Also with 2 seconds of penalties. And about to get past me. There he goes. I've got a feeling Charles Leclerc would be contractually bound to have his multiplayer car as the Ferrari. Or as close to as makes no difference. And of course I can gain these 2 positions if I stay within 2 seconds of Leclerc and 4 seconds of Matthew. Which could be difficult going into the final sector of the penultimate lap. I thought it was the final lap. Of course I could try and do this and I could just go in and pit, change my front wing, but where's the fun in that? The only reason I do that is to try and go for fastest lap, but I wouldn't get that because my out lap would be the fastest lap. That's a firm request from Tyrant XII, or 12 as I read that in Roman numerals.
Okay, keep on him. He might make a mistake.
Across the line to start the last lap. It's very difficult to drive this part of the track without a front wing. Twisted Horse seems to have the same problem. Maybe he got spun out, I don't know. Matthew could have spun him out.
Okay, clear.
Either way, it's still a 4-second penalty. Adam 8276 wins his 3rd race in a row. Rounding off the stream, I think that clinches him the points lead. Incredible series of results there. Starting to regret giving him the information to join. He's that good. Thank you very much, Adam8276. If you are new here, thank you very much. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe. I'll be posting regular streams from this account, including I'll probably do a few more streams next week. I've got a couple of days off. I've got the entire week off work actually. Celebrate my birthday on Monday. I'm looking forward to playing some games. I'll try and get a few more varied games. There'll probably be an F1 night. I also want to try and get back into playing Human Fall Flat. And for fans of Rach and Ruben and Jem, I'm sure I'll make up to them with an RDO stream later on in the week. Thank you very much for joining. I would normally at this point just move it on to my webcam scene, but of course the whole time of this stream the webcam hasn't worked at all, so it might be that I just hit end stream in a few minutes. I will wait until everyone's crossed the line. There we go. Where did I finish in that race? I never actually paid attention to my position. I got 9th apparently. I'll take 9th after all that. Ruben, thanks. I'm still not impressed with that, with what happened in the Japan race. I've made that clear on stream, and I might make it clear off stream as well. But yes, thank you very much. I understand it's multiplayer lobbies and all that, but blue flags are blue flags. Get out of the way, please. And if you are going to take someone out, don't be as obvious as that. I've had crashes in similar situations, and they've been honest mistakes of the person being lapped. With the best will in the world, that wasn't an honest mistake. But yes, Adam takes the win there, and fastest lapped. A big haul of points, starting from 6th. Valveroda, 3 seconds behind in 2nd. Daniele, Rediali, or Redali, I don't know. Bullet Racer, Bullet Master, Charlotte Clerk, Mafu, Sammy on Stadia, Twisted Horse, Il Signor, Quinstall, Winterblade, Gem did not finish in 14th, and lower down, I'm not sure. Adam8276 says he had someone stalking him and failing to take him out. It does happen occasionally. That's why for the Stadia GP I will be turning ghosting on. Now, what's gone on here? It appears my game might have frozen, although it's not frozen because, well, I can see, you guys might not be able to see, but you can just about see the helicopter circling around what would be the start-finish straight. But I think that might be a perfect time for me to just say thanks very much for watching. I'm Sammy McLeod. You'll see me posting content regularly on here and on Cloud with the Chance of Games, including the Stadia GP this weekend. Thank you very much. Stay safe. We're a few weeks into 2021 even, and already it seems like the world has gone absolutely crazy. Obviously big week coming up with events in the US. Please everyone stay safe, and we'll see you not on the next one obviously, but we'll see you very soon.